Good afternoon, football fans. I'm Tyler McLaren, joined by Paul Short here at Starlight Stadium in beautiful Langford, British Columbia. We're here for the Westshore Rebels and the Valley Huskers home opener for the Westshore Rebels. Paul, it's great to be back watching some football live. It's been a long off season for our teams and our players and our fans, and it's good to be back at the stadium, good to be back at the park, and I'm excited about this game. What are your thoughts about getting back to the grind and seeing two teams like this battle?
Absolutely. It's been 693 days since the Rebels have played a home game, so everybody around here is looking forward to some football, and I think we're at that point where we can say the BCFC is underway, and I hope we'll finish the season healthy.
Yeah, we did the right stuff. We stayed safe. The players all unfortunately weren't able to play in 2020, but I noticed in the opening games of the season last week and even the week before, the players were like a lot of the stadiums and the vibes and the benches had a playoff vibe to them. Players were very excited. A lot of feeling, a lot of excitement in the stands, and it's great to be back. And I think that carries over into these big games, and obviously playing an 8-game schedule for us this year, every game matters that much more.
You bet. And by what's been happening in the previous weeks with the attendance up, everybody's been waiting for some football. And I was in Nanaimo last week for the Nanaimo-Langley game, and everybody was pumped up. There's a lot of excitement between both teams and just a good football game.
Yeah. The Rebels are coming off of what they said was an embarrassing loss to the Okanagan Sun, 62-6. Now it's their home opener. I spoke with Coach Beattie. He was excited to get back on the field. What do you expect from Coach Beattie and the Rebels today?
Well, I think a beat down like they took last weekend, I think, is something that kind of shakes you up a little bit. So I would expect that the practices this week were pretty intense and focused, and you're going to see a different Rebel team hit the field today. And for Langley, this is an important game because they don't play very well when they come over the island. So it's something that, are they a 1-1 team, a 2-1 team? And I think that'll be obviously dictated today with the final score.
Valley Huskers coming off a big victory over the Kamloops Broncos last week. Now they played the Okanagan Sun tough in week 1 of their season. Week 2, they beat the Broncos. They probably feel pretty good coming into this game.
Well, I think everybody, with the year off and between what type of recruiting and who's coming back, who's not coming back, I think at the end of the day, everybody's on equal footing. And it's just going to be the games now. There's nobody can say, well, we're going to beat up on this team or on that team. Nobody knows. Different players, a whole different group.
Yeah, it should be an exciting day of football here. We welcome you to Starlight Stadium here in Langford, and we're getting set for kickoff here. Thank you for joining us on bcfctv.com, and we'll get to live action for you soon. Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome back to Starlight Stadium here in beautiful Langford. National anthem has been sung, the lights are on, a little rain coming down gently, although we're hoping it can stay away for a little longer. Should be a good game here today. Both teams seem pretty energized. Rebels come in after what they call an embarrassing loss against the Okanagan Sun last week. They're 0-1. The Huskers probably feeling good coming off a victory over the Kamloops Broncos, and what they felt was a solid showing against the Sun in their season debut. I think both teams are ready. Paul, what do you think? Are we ready too?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the Rebels have something to prove. The last week's score was an anomaly. It just does not happen that often. And the Valley, they beat up on Kamloops last week pretty good, and they looked good doing it. So I think we're going in for an interesting afternoon. And the Valley at this point, even though this is their third game and the Rebels' second game, the Valley does lead the league in taking the ball away from the opposition. So that could be a factor today, and this weather's going to change a little bit. It's just raining right now, but it's something that we haven't seen rain on Vancouver Island since like March or something, so everybody's kind of been doing the rain dance lately. We don't need it this afternoon.
I'm mic'd up.
Hopefully it'll stay away from all the football fans still coming into the stadium here. The Huskers will be going from our left to our right. They are in their road whites with the green trim. Rebels will be going from our right to our left, and they are in the familiar red jerseys with the white trim, and Huskers will be kicking off to start this game. Looking deep for the Rebels, looks like number 1, Delaney Robinson, and I'm trying to see the number on the far side of the field. I think that's number 10, isn't it?
Number 10, yes.
Jaron Hardesty back deep for the Rebels. Big opening kind of in the middle there, don't you, like for the Huskers to maybe drop a little pooch kick in there, but we'll see what they do here as we get set for kickoff here at Starlight Stadium.
Ethan Holman, he's got a big leg, so I would expect him to put this into the end zone.
Last week's BCFC Player of the Week on special teams will be kicking off for the Huskers. And we're underway here at Starlight Stadium. Kickoff is deep, heading down the direction of number 1, Delaney Robinson. Catches the ball on about his own 9-yard line, heads to his right, now cuts up the field, has a bit of a hole. Oh, it closes down pretty quick there. Thought he might have had a little bit of a hole to squeeze through there, and all of a sudden the Huskers downfield group tackled him before he could get into open field.
Yeah, Aaron Merkin came slicing in from the right-hand side there and put him on the ground.
Thought he had a bit of a hole, didn't you, as we see on the replay? It looked like he had a bit of a spot there to sneak through and have a big gainer, but it will be 1st and 10 Rebels on their own 30-yard line. Colby Henkel in at quarterback for the Rebels.
2016 CJFL Rookie of the Year.
5-receiver set, 3 to his left, 2 to his right in the shotgun. Henkel looks to his right, steps, throws, quick, completed for a minimal gain of about 5 on the play. Delaney Robinson with the catch, and the Rebels will probably be about second and about, we'll call it 5 on their own 35.
Yeah, it was a quick reaction by number 4, Jordan Sisden as well, to come up there and make the tackle. I thought when he went down to catch the football, the whistle should have blown. I thought his knee was down there, but the official saw it a little bit differently. He was closer to the action than I am.
Huskers defense swarmed on that one and made sure Delaney wasn't going too far after the catch. And it will be second and a long 5 on the play. Huskers bench getting into it here. You might be able to hear in the background. Henkel once again in the shotgun. 3 receivers again to his left, 2 to the short side. Looks to his left, under pressure, trying to roll now. He's going to scramble. He's got to be throwing on the run. Huskers are closed in, throws it. Got his man, Kieran Passant at completion. Makes a move, gets around one man. Now the Huskers are coming to swarm, and that's a big first down for Kieran Passant of the Rebels as Henkel used his legs to improvise before he could find Passant for a big first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, it was just Henkel on the run. And Passant, before the game, I spoke to offensive coordinator of the Rebels, Simon Beckow, and Simon said he's the kid. If there's anybody on their team that has got CFO potential, it's this Kieran Passant. So keep your eye on this guy all day.
I believe he's from Saskatchewan, if my memory is correct. So good Prairie boy. Good game by the Rebels as now they are basically at midfield. Henkel in the shotgun again, looks to his left, throws quickly to his left. Delaney Robinson waiting for the blockers out front, makes one man miss. The Huskers do a pretty good job on that play, bring him down after about a gain of, we'll call it 6 on the play for the Rebels.
Yeah, getting Jordan Zizda in there on the tackle. But a decent gain, puts him in a manageable 2nd and 5.
Huskers have been getting some pressure off these first couple throws. The Rebels have not run the ball as of yet. But you can see Henkel throwing the ball pretty quick, except for that one play he had to improvise with his legs.
Yeah, that was the problem the Rebels had last week, is they had a tough time running the ball against the Sun, and they threw the ball quite well, but just the run game didn't work.
2nd and 4, blitz is coming, quick hitter again. Delaney Robinson has one man to beat for the first down. He's going to be very close on the play. I would say it's probably a first down as he was reaching across the Husker 45-yard line. We'll check the spot, but now I'm thinking it might be. We're going to measure it here, but we'll see. We have a good vantage point here.
Yeah,
I want to say he has it, but we'll see if
it's going to be close anyway. That's for sure.
Mr. Short's usually the one with the eagle eyes, not me. So we'll see what we got. But you can see off the start as they bring the chains into measure, it looks like the Rebels' game plan is to get the quick hitters get the ball out of Henkel's hands as quick and into Delaney Robinson and Kieran Passant's hand, and let the playmakers make some plays.
Oh, absolutely. And I think especially if you haven't got the confidence in your running game at this point, you have to get that pass game working and hopefully rely on your kicking game if needed. But that was another area that Rebels struggled in when they're punting last week, and so it's something obviously they worked on during the week here for this game.
Rain is coming down now, but there is a bit of a breeze, so we hope it's only a bit of it is a first down on the play. Huskers are into Rebels are into Husker territory, but we'll see if the rain blows through here, but it's coming down a little bit right now, but hopefully the brighter skies are coming.
Yeah, I think it's just blowing through us, heading over to Vancouver. It usually does.
So it will be a first down for the Rebels into Husker territory on the opening drive of the game, about 3 minutes into the first quarter. Henkel in the shotgun, hands it off to Comia off to the left, looking for a hole, can't find much, but does dart his way for a gain of about, we'll call it 5 or 6 on the play. We'll see where the mark is, but not a bad run by Comia as he kind of had to feel his way around before he could find a spot to sneak through.
Yeah, and each play now, they're picking up about 5 yards, a little bit more than 5 each time, so They're going to eat up a lot of yardage, but continuing with that.
Second and a short 5, I guess we will call it here. West Hill Stadium. 4 minutes, almost 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Henkel's in the shotgun. Hands RPO action, decides to pull it back, throws it well covered on the play by number 5. Number 5 for the Huskers had some great coverage on that one. You could see there Henkel pulled it away and thought he had a receiver, a quick hitter to Delaney Robinson. But number 5 for the Huskers, Chris Mushenza, made a great play.
That was a really good play. Now, I'm not surprised the Rebels aren't running the ball a bit. Mind you, they struggled last week, like I said earlier, but the Huskers so far this year give up 7.2 yards a run, and I think I would have pounded the ball a little bit. But now we're there. What do we got? Punting here.
Punt team, and Delaney Robinson is back set to punt here. Huskers have a little bit of confusion with who's on the field.
And that Reese Wykey, I guess it is. It's deep for the Huskers.
I think they have too many on the field if my math is correct, but we will see.
Do.
Delaney Robinson, bad snap again, and that's just going to be costly again. Rebels will take over. I don't see a flag on the play, but my math had 13.
I counted 13 as well.
So Huskers get a bit of a break after the bad snap and mishap again on special teams, and that's going to prove costly for the Rebels if they can't clean that up.
Yeah, again, last week they had that same problem, and they punted the ball last week 4 times in the game because they tried to go for it more than they wanted to, really, but they only averaged 14.5 yards a punt. So between the snap to the punter and the timing, it's something they can be working on absolutely for the rest of this year.
1st and 10, Huskers take over. Decent field position on their own 48-yard line. Deep throw right back. Look in the direction of number 16. A lot of contact down there. There's the flag. That one doesn't surprise me, as you can see some jersey getting tugged there by the Rebel defender. Not surprised to see the flag there for pass interference against the Rebels.
Yeah, number 38 on the Rebels. That's Mike Awar. He was had a little hold of some jersey, and
yeah, you could see that. That was a little more than just hand checking. That was full jersey in hand. So
yeah, and the deep judge, number 2, Nigel Bush, threw the flag. He had good vantage point to see that.
Rain really coming down here now, almost like a hail at West Hills. Yeah, even though it's looking sunny outside, bit of an odd. But it's football weather. It's the fall now, I guess. So we're right into this.
Yeah, it is coming down pretty good.
1st and 10 now. Huskers into Rebel territory. Their 48-yard line. In the shotgun formation, hands the ball straight at the middle, number 21. Big hole. He cuts to his left. He's got one man to beat. Oh, finally brought down after about a 14 or 15-yard gain. That was number 21 for the Huskers. Great run there by Brandon O'Connor. He had one man to beat, Paul. That could have been a really big game.
Yeah, it looked like it was Devon Young, I think, made the tackle there, number 36, and just a great tackle. I think he would have scored if Young didn't get a hold of his heel.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, and Brandon O'Connor was a big part in the Huskers' first game of the season, and he exited the game with an injury and forced them to resort to the pass, so it's good to see him back on the field, and an exciting player. He made some good plays against the Sun in that opening week. 1st and 10, Huskers on the Rebels' 35-yard line. Looked like some early movement. No flags on the play. 21 again. This time stuffed up nicely by the Rebels defense. Number 34 and number 56 on that play.
Yeah, Austin Morgan and Hayter Said. He just jumped that.
Yeah, that one was
a good ball player.
That one was well played by the Rebel defense. Slight injury on the play here as the trainer comes out.
That looks like number 4, I believe, now. Jordan Sizda. Is that number 4?
Can't see through the raindrops. That's the problem. Can't see. He's getting to his feet now, so that's always good to see.
21.
That's number 21 for the Huskers.
O'Connor.
Brandon O'Connor. So good to see him back up on his feet. And as the weather's like this, he can play a big role in the Huskers offense, especially with young quarterback and getting their feet underneath him. It's nice to be able to rely on a run game.
Yeah, it might be an injury like he sustained last week and just aggravated again. And
looks like an ankle as he kind of walks gingerly off the field, but great to see him up and walking off on his own steam. After the Rebels stuff that last run, it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Huskers on the Rebel 36-yard line. Shotgun formation, looks to his left, throws to his left. He's got a man. That's going to be a completion at first. Oh, he dropped the ball, so they're calling incomplete. Had it. That was a great throw, great read. Just he wasn't able to bring it in. I thought he had the catch and the first down for the Huskers, but incomplete on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, just too bad. He just had his hands on it, come down. He didn't survive the contact with the field. Incomplete pass.
Rebels defense holds. That's a good sign for them. The Husker punt team will come on the field. Watch the replay. Nice to have the replay for the fans on the scoreboard here at Starlight Stadium. Holman in to punt for the Huskers. Good snap. Kicks the ball, aims it to the left. Shorter kick. It's going to look like it's going to go out of bounds, so no return on the play. We'll watch to see where it gets marked, but it looks like around the 9-yard line, is it?
Maybe about the 12, looks like.
12? Okay. So Rebels will take over deep in their own territory. We're about almost 6 minutes into the first quarter. No score. But there's a rainbow out now, Paul.
Oh, I know.
Beautiful.
We're in Lotus Land, man. Come on.
It's nice to be back here with you folks here on BCFCTV.com, bringing you all the action all season long. Tomorrow, doubleheader action in one game of the Kamloops Broncos and the Vancouver Island Raiders in Chilliwack at 3 p.m. and the Okanagan Sun and the Langley Rams battling at McLeod Stadium at 6. So tune in tomorrow and catch 2 more exciting games. Henkel's in the shotgun and deep in his own territory. Hands the ball off to the left side. Looks like Comia again cuts to his left. Great cut. Now he's got them coming around the right side. Has some room. Ran a long way, but probably only gained about 2 or 3 on the play as he was trying to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, again, Jordan Cheesdale is making plays. He's made 2 or 3 of them so far in this first quarter, and each one has been he's on the ball. Look at his split.
I actually gave him about 4 on the plays, so a couple more yards than I thought on it. So it'll be second and about, we'll call it 7 yards on the 13-yard line. Henkel's in the shotgun, barks the signals, holds, looks to his left, good, well played. Now Henkel's able to get free. Now he's got some room. He's got way more than enough for a first down, slides down and moves the sticks to the Rebels. Huskers had him deep, buried almost under his own goalpost, but Henkel was able to wiggle free and get enough yards for a first down.
Oh, Chris Messenja had a good grasp on him, but Colby just used that little slippery side of his just to break that tackle and pick up first down.
Played it perfectly, didn't bite on the run to the opposite side. When Henkel rolled out, Messenja was right there to meet him, just couldn't finish the play.
Yep.
Defensive lineman dream when you can do that, but just got to finish the play and get the sack and get your defense off the field.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you try to get your hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground, especially in his own backfield, it's a bonus.
Well, Henkel under center, hands the ball off to Camilla this time. Not much, if anything, there on the play. As the Huskers defense played that very well and stuffed Camilla for minimal gain, if any, on first down.
Yeah, running right up into the heart of the defense right there. Actually, a little bit of a long. Oh, no, they got first.
They got a couple yards.
Couple yards, yeah.
2nd and 8 now for the Rebels as we get to the 7-minute mark of the first quarter here at Starlight Stadium.
It's early, but this is a big down for the Huskers because you get some good field position here if you can hold the Rebels.
Henkel in the shotgun, barks the signals, looks over the middle, has a man. It's Brissant again. He's got green grass in front of him. Look at him go. He turned on the Jets. He is going to score as he's down the sidelines. Looking back, he is in. Touchdown Rebels. That's exactly what they wanted to do, is get the ball in the playmaker's hands. And Kieran Brissant just made a massive play for the Rebels, opening the score with a massive catch and run from Colby Henkel.
Yeah, he just ran the crosser and he was wide open at the intermediate and just used his speed to beat everybody down the sideline.
Huge play, and you saw I talked to Coach Shane Beatty after the game, and he said the second half, the guys are getting more comfortable. Guys like Delaney Robinson and Kieran Brissant were starting to make some plays in the second half. Granted, in a blowout loss to the Sun, but maybe that success is carried over into today's game as we see those two play a big part in at the start here for the Rebels. He just turned on the Jets and he ran away.
He's got some speed, that's for sure.
The extra point coming. Snap is good, hold is up, kick is good. That makes the score. The Westshore Rebels 7, the Valley Huskers No score with 6:38 left in the first quarter here at Starlight Stadium.
Marco Dizzy on the conversion. Give the Rebels a 7-0 lead.
Good start there, and like you said, the Huskers had a chance to make a play, get their defense off the field, and Henkel de Poissant just made a great play and opens the scoring for the Rebels.
Yeah, it ended up, the Huskers so far this year, they've been giving up 17.4 yards per pass, so I think it's one of those things that they're going to be working on that because that is a league high, and at the end of the day, that's one of the games you got to do.
So that's the start the Huskers needed, the Rebels needed as they open the scoring. Huskers now will look to answer on the play. I think that's number 14 for the Rebels set to kick off, Simon Hales. And back deep, I think I see your eyes might be better than mine, Paul. I think I see number 1.
Yeah, number 1,
15.
Reese Wiege, and number 15, David Coriando.
Kick is to the right, the Huskers left, fielded at about the 10-yard line, cuts to his left, to his right, now looking to get out the corner. Bad tackling there by the Rebels. Now he's trying to get to the outside. Nice tackle there by the kicker. Came down and took the legs right out from under the Husker returner. That looked to be promising for the Huskers, and then all of a sudden the corner kind of caved and Rebels were able to get the returner to the ground.
Well, the kicker, Simon Hales, he just did what he had to do. You kind of follow the play and keep the returner on your front shoulder and your eyes on top of him.
Huskers looking to answer here. 1st and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Josh Jansen in at quarterback for the Huskers. I can't see the number for the back is. I think it's 35 now in the game for the Huskers. Cam Hughes, I think. Drops back, quick throw, got it. Gain of about 6 on the play. Has a quick little strike there to number 81 for the Huskers, Matteo Tuioti. We apologize if any of the names are mispronounced, but nice little quick catch and run by the Huskers offense. We'll set up a manageable 2nd and 4.
The Huskers have been able to move the football. They haven't been able, obviously it's early, but they haven't been able to finish at this point.
Jansen in the shotgun again on 2nd and 4. Hands the ball up, straight up the middle, makes a cut, buries his head. Well, good run by the Huskers. That's exactly what you want to see happen on 2nd and 4. Bury your head, get your yards, and move the sticks. I think that's number, is it 33, Paul?
33.
So 33 on the play. Ibi Okoko Chomseng. Again, we apologize if any of the pronunciations are incorrect. A great run there by the Huskers and moving the sticks. They will be 1st and 10 at their 52-yard line. Under 5 minutes here, first quarter. 7-0 Rebels lead the Huskers. Jansen in the shotgun. Hands the ball off to the left side. No, he keeps it, rolls out, quick throw. Caught by number 16, headed towards the sidelines and down after a gain of about 5 on the play. By number 16 for the Ethan Porter with the catch for the Huskers, and positive yards again on 1st down for the Huskers.
And Mike Cristanti, the defensive back, made the tackle. But again, here you come up with a 2nd down, manageable about, 5 yards. So another one of those big downs for the Huskers in this early portion of the game.
Huskers into Rebel territory, 2nd and 4 we'll call it. Jansen in the shotgun. Rebels showing blitz potentially here at 2nd down. 4 receivers to his left, that's where he's looking. Throws a quick strike. Again, good catch there by the big man, and he's brought down after a 1st down. That was number 81 again. That was number 81 for the Valley Huskers, Matteo Tuioti, with another big catch and moving the chains for the Huskers.
Yeah, just a little hook inside, catch the ball, you're wide open, then get your shoulders turned and outfield. Good
read there by Jansen as he had 4 receivers to his left and was able to catch the inside guy on a short curl route and move the chains. And now it's 1st and 10 at the Rebel 45-yard line.
Yeah, again, they're having success moving the ball, but I would suspect that this is one of those drives that Coach Reese wants to say, let's get some points out of it.
Jansen fakes the handoff. Now it comes to his right, under pressure there by number 15. Throws the ball away, does get it away. Completed to number 3 for minimal gain. That's Dag Mora. Probably a loss on the play, but he did avoid the sack as he was in the clutches of a Rebel defender. Loss of maybe 1 on the play. Did a good job there to make a completion. Probably saved himself 6 or 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 11 for the Huskers on the Rebel 44-yard line. Big play here, I think, for the Huskers offense as they look to move the chains to get in scoring position. Jansen in the shotgun. Got 3 receivers to the near side here, 2 to his left. Looks to his left. Now he's coming back across the middle, throws the ball deep. Lots of air into this one. Some contact down the field. Yeah. Brought down there by the Rebels defender, then tackled immediately. That was number 28 on the play. We do have a flag on the far side of the field. We'll check out what that is.
It was Mike Yerstanti coming across from his safety position to intercept that pass. The ball had a lot of air under it. It was in the air quite a long time for the defenders to converge on it. Oh, it looks like this is against the Rebels.
Legal contact maybe on the Rebels. Flag was on the far side of the field, so it must have been contact. I'm guessing contact. I'm guessing it's contact on the Rebels.
Yeah, I would think something.
Jansen's staying on the field for the Huskers offense.
The official was talking to the Huskers captain, so.
And the team in red offense, the Rebels offense, not coming on the field yet, so. This looks to be, it's probably going to be, they needed more than 10 for a first down, so it's probably going to end up being 2nd and short, I would assume, if they replay, if it's a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, because unless they call it interference, but now contact.
Legal contact on the far side.
Bring up 2nd and
2nd and very short, probably about a yard.
If that, yeah, a couple inches maybe.
Half a yard to go as we hear the head referee give the his directive to the Huskers bench. I'm not sure why the one stick moved. It should be, there we go. Now they got it figured out. I was wondering why the chains were moving, but they got it set now. So 2nd and really short for the Huskers.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are the stick crew are guys that picked up out of the stands and or ex-players, so it takes them a while to figure out.
High school players in many cases. Rebels or Huskers throwing on. Oh boy, that's an incomplete pass. That should have been caught there on 2nd and very short. Now it'll be 3rd and short, and looks like the short yardage team came out. Surprised they threw the ball in that scenario, but it should have been an easy completion, and the ball was just dropped by the Huskers.
Caleb Kratz, number 17, has hit him right. I think he tried to catch it in his stomach, as you can see in the replay, but instead of in the hands.
Might have caught a glimpse of the Rebel defender coming from his left to his right to his left.
Yeah, not a bad call. You know, when you think about it, Blair Atkinson, the offensive coordinator with the Huskers, you know, knowing they got a 3rd and short, let's throw it in 2nd down, pick up a big chunk of yardage, but now the pressure's on. You got to get this first down.
Jansen at quarterback under center for the first time tonight, I think. Looks to his left now, buries his head. Kind of looked a little awkward there. Maybe looked like a sneak that he hasn't done too often, but looks like to have enough yards for the first down. He only needed half a yard, and he looks to have picked that up and moved the sticks for the Huskers.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It was a little awkward. Yeah. It was kind of snapped the ball, waited a second, then kind of buried himself behind the left guard.
Yeah, it was really strange. I've never seen one like that before. Normally you choose a side and you
plant your foot and dig in and get low.
Yeah.
But I guess, as they say, it moves the sticks and does the job, so it will be a first down for the Huskers. So they are responding here after the Rebel touchdown as we approach about a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Fast first quarter here at West Hill Stadium, but good response by the Huskers offense here, trying to respond to the Rebels touchdown on the last drive. Jansen's in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. O'Connor back in it beside him, his back, steps, throws complete to number 8 for the Huskers. Quickly tackled on the play. That was number 8, Dylan Manocha, with the catch, and the quick passing game continues for the Huskers.
Yeah, another 5-yard gain, close to 5 yards, but that pass has some authority to it. That had a good zip on the ball.
Good read there by Jansen as he found his man, and that's when you're trying to do the short set throws. That's the key: is get the ball out of your hand. When you hit your 3rd step, throw it.
Yeah, Jansen, he was the top male athlete in his final year at Sardis High School, and He's also, by the height of him, obviously he played a little bit of basketball.
In the shotgun again on 2nd and 6. Another quick throw to the big man, number 81. Bounces off a couple of men, and he's got another first down. As you can see, number 81 making some good hay with those short curls, making Mateo Tuioti making some plays and bouncing off a couple of Rebel defenders for a first down.
Yeah, again, that little curl just over the left-hand side where the slot back is, and wide open each time he's run that.
Should be the final play of the first quarter here. Barring a penalty, it will be 1st and 10 for the Huskers, deep in the Rebel territory on about the 15-yard line. Fake handoff there, looks to it, rolls to his right, catches to his right. That's number 8 again, I think, on the play. Has a nice-looking play by the Huskers, concludes the first quarter. And again, the Huskers are in business here as they look to respond.
Yeah, that was Isaiah Karlicki making the tackle, saving the touchdown. But they're not quite into the first down area. Looks like their ball's on going to be about at the 10-yard line. So they've come up about 2nd and 5 now.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score of the Westshore Rebels 7. Valley Huskers no score, but they are in business here and look to get in the end zone. Pretty fast first quarter, Paul, I think. Lots of quick hit pass game type of plays. The sun is out now, for if you can't tell on the broadcast here. So sun's out and no rain, obviously, and then good first quarter of football.
Yes, yeah, it was. It really was. And I think the Huskers are gaining a little bit of confidence each time, because they haven't had a lot of success coming to play in Victoria and or Westshore. They've only won 3 games here out of 18. Last one came in 2019, I believe, or 2018. So I think a little bit of confidence, and you can puff your chest out here if you can complete this drive with a touchdown.
While we get set, again, just a reminder, tomorrow, doubleheader action in the BCFC. Kamloops Broncos playing the VI Raiders. That will be a neutral site game in Chilliwack. And the Okanagan Sun, the Road Warriors, will continue their road trend. Play the Langley Rams at 6 p.m. at McLeod Athletic Park, and what should be another good game.
It should be a really good game. I guess it's the battle for first place in the early season of the 8-game schedule this year.
2 undefeated teams there. Hands the ball off. O'Connor, flag on the play. Looks like O'Connor stuffed up after, should have enough for a first down, I would think.
I think we've got holding against Huskers.
Got a hold on the play, so that the Rebels will take that penalty. It was 2nd and 2, so it'll probably be 2nd and 12 when the referees sort this out, and Huskers will be in a passing situation of 2nd and long. But yeah, the last 2 undefeated teams. The Sun obviously looking impressive, Paul. 2-0 on the season, feeling pretty good, but obviously dying to get back to their home surroundings at the Apple Bowl, but COVID restrictions have put that on hold for right now. But they have to be feeling good after those 2 games, and the Rams started the season the way they ended in the last couple, and with a big victory over the Vancouver Island Raiders. Yeah,
and I was up at that game last week, and the Rams both teams looked good, but it was the first game for both, so there's a lot of things you have to work out. But I was quite impressed with the Rams. I think the Raiders obviously are going to get better. They got a really good quarterback in Jake LaBerge, but the Rams look pretty good, and they are the defending champs. So you got to give them their due at the beginning of the season and let it play out. Tomorrow's going to be a big tell. We'll find out how good both teams are going to be as they're undefeated.
Jansen in the shotgun has some time to throw the ball. Looks in the end zone. He's got a man. No, out the back of the end zone. Incomplete on the play. It had decent time. Another flag on the play. Not sure. They were picking Jansen off the ground. Not sure if that's going to be unnecessary roughness.
Yeah.
Roughing the passer against the Rebels. That will be an automatic first down on the play. Costly penalty there as the Rebels defense had held. And we're going to get off the field with a Husker field goal attempt, but now we'll have to deal with a 1st and goal. And Coach Shane Beatty is not happy with that call as the Rebel defender comes off the field.
Yeah, I think sometimes the guys get a little excited and the quarterback still has the ball, and then you just put a little hit on him. But the game is supposed to protect the players, and that's what the officials are there for. We don't need any young men being injured that's going to climb back into their lives as they get older. Especially the quarterbacks. They're the ones that every league we see is protected more and more.
Now Huskers in business, hands the ball out to left. O'Connor trying to bounce to the outside. Rebels defense is swarming, trying to get the corner. Looks to have got it. He does. He's in the end zone. We haven't seen a signal.
Yeah,
now we
touchdown.
Touchdown Huskers. I didn't think he was going to be able to get the corner, but O'Connor used his speed, was able to outflank the Rebels defense, and they're in the end zone, down now just by 1 point with the extra point coming.
Well, once you get around Cordell Holder on the outside, it was, came down to speed just to get to the corner. And it looked like our vantage point was cut away, but it looked like he just stepped inside the cone. So touchdown every time you do that.
Costly roughing the passer call by the Rebels there as Coach Beatty lets his defense know about it. Tough. You haven't played in a while and you have a chance to make a big play, and exuberance takes over common sense sometimes, but a costly penalty for the Rebel defense. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Makes the score. The Rebels 7, the Huskers 7, as we're just about a minute into the second quarter here at Starlight Stadium. People still coming in, which is good to see, and it's great to be back playing football and seeing teams. And we talked about in the pregame show the excitement and the exuberance of all these guys. It was just, I know you were at the game in VI last week and said basically it was just a good buzz. And I stood between a couple of the benches in the games earlier in the year, and it's just great to see. That's why we do this. That's the players were happy and smiling, and hits and were great, and it was just a wonderful thing to see, to get everybody get back on the field and doing what they love to do.
Oh, absolutely, and kudos to the CJFL for voting to allow 22-year-olds an extra year, and next year the guys that are 21 this year get another year. So I think at the end of the day, we're still a players' league. It's junior football, and at the end, you come on out, you watch some good football. Some of these guys are, prepping to go to college. Others are prepping to try to play pro.
Holman kicks off. Good kick down to Delaney Robinson around his own 7-yard line. Comes to his right, trying to find a seam. Does kind of find. Has a man to beat. Nice tackle there on the play by number 2 for the Huskers. He made a great tackle before Delaney Robinson could hit the hole and head off to greener pastures. Nice tackle there by number 2, Jordan Fari, as he stopped a big gain.
Yeah, Jordan, he did what exactly he had to do. He had somebody on the outside, and he just made sure that the returner cut inside, and he was there to make the tackle. And he made a short tackle below the waist.
Good tackle there, and now the Rebels will be in their somewhat deep in their own end, and they're scrimmaging 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line.
And they haven't seen the ball in a while. The last Husker drive ate up a lot of clock, so it's been a while since they've had their hands on the football.
Henkel's in the shotgun. He's got Comia to his left. Now he's flanking out. Quick step, throws, looking for a man. It's well played by the Huskers. Now he's got to try and make something out of nothing. Flag on the play. This is going to be I think a crackback block or a clip against the Huskers as Henkel was running for his life and ended up throwing the ball incomplete. I think this flag is going to go against the Westshore Rebels.
Yeah, the blocker came back and he hit a Huskers defender towards his own goal line. You're not allowed to do that. You have to block. You can't block back towards your own goal line, and that's where he got hit on the right shoulder. And the officials, again, a safety rule, they're going to throw a flag every time. But it's a big play because it is an unnecessary roughness, which is a 15-yard penalty.
Should be 15 yards from the spot, so they were at about the 26, so
it's going to push them back to around the
11-yard line.
11-yard line.
Costly penalties a couple times already for the Rebels, and that won't be happy. That's another one that you're trying to just get out of your own territory, and again, you're trying to do too much. We don't know necessarily where the quarterback's where he is, and all of a sudden he scrambles around and you think you're helping your teammate by hitting the guy, but unfortunately that is a foul.
Absolutely, and those are the type of penalties that just frustrate coaches. And listening to Coach Beatty here just as we're standing doing this broadcast, I wouldn't mind being a fly in the change room at halftime, and I'm sure I'd learn a bunch of new words.
I think the flies would probably fly out of there as fast as they could after that one, but you never know. But we're set here, and costing penalties early in the game certainly for the Rebels. Now they're deep in their own territory. It's also a second down because it's a personal foul, dead ball foul. So second and long way to go. Out to Delaney Robinson. Got it. Going to be short of the first down. They're saying he's
incomplete.
Great catch there on the Husker sideline. We couldn't see his feet come down, but The referees are right there. They said he was bobbling it before he hit the ground. It's incomplete. Would have been short of the play on anyway, but
we get a replay on this one or not, but
seems to be some confusion on whether it's second down or third down.
It should be third down because
third down now.
Yeah, you couldn't really see from our vantage point. We lost the receiver as he hit the sideline, so we're not sure, but the officials again are right there.
Seemed to give the juggling motion as Delaney Robinson came down with it, but couldn't secure it before his feet hit the out-of-bounds marker. And the Huskers will be punting deep in their own ends, but the way the special teams are going, you have to think Delaney Robinson might be taking a knee in his own end zone, giving up to safety.
I would think that that's probably the plan. 2 points doesn't hurt you, still early.
Play the field position game, and we will see what they do. We'll see what the Huskers decide to do. Snap, Delaney Robinson in as the punter. Snap comes, he's actually gonna kick it. Deep in his own territory, kicks the ball to his right. Fielded at about the 53-yard line by number 1 on the play for the Huskers. Gets a couple yards, he's finally pushed out of bounds by number 11 for the Rebels. That was Sam McPherson, but number 1, Reese Wake, got some positive yards for the Huskers before being pushed out of bounds. Good field position for the Huskers.
Yeah, a little bit better kick than what Robinson had last week, so those are the improvements that they're looking to see. But again, you want to be able to punch yourself out of trouble.
Surprised they kicked that ball, Paul. I thought they might give the safety there, but they elect to play some defense, even though they know they're going to be playing defense starting from their own side of midfield. Good field position for the Huskers. 12 and a half minutes left until the end of the first half here at Starlight Stadium. Huskers in the shotgun formation. Jansen hands the ball off to the left side, buries his head. That's O'Connor getting positive yards, maybe 2 on the play as he took the ball off the left side of the Huskers offensive line. Gets about 2 yards and bring up a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, not bad. Again, you run up the middle. You got to keep everybody honest. And now we're into a passing down, so they've had success with that curl over the middle.
Yeah, this is when they've been looking for Mateo Tuioti, and he's made a couple of big plays in second and long with the curls, so we'll watch for him here. Huskers are 2nd and 8. Jansen drops back, looks to his left, throws to his left in the direction of number 1. Oh, not quite, incomplete. Would have been a really nice catch by number 1, Reese White, but he wasn't able to pull it in. But that will bring up 3rd down for the Huskers, and they will have to make a decision.
Great try. He had it in his hands, but made contact with the ground, just couldn't secure it.
Holman's out now. Not sure if they'll try a long field goal, but it looks like they're going to be punting, play the field position game. Holman's got a big leg, but Coach Reese decides to send in the punt team, hoping to pin the Rebels deep. Would have been a 51-yard field goal.
Yeah,
so good kick in this situation, but they elect to punt, and the Rebels defense holds. Snap is high. Holman brings it down, kicks it up, it gets blocked. Gets blocked. Ball's headed right towards the sidelines. It's going to be the Rebels' ball. They're going to have great field position. They didn't get enough yards for the first down, so Rebels are going to get good field position out of this.
Yeah, I think everybody's
not sure what the confusion is. This is going to be Rebel ball in good field position.
Yeah, yards not gained even after the punt. Nobody secured the ball when it was on the ground. It was still in bounds.
I think the Huskers don't realize they didn't even get enough yards for the first down, even though the Husker player was jumping on the ball. Now they've come into their senses a little bit there. Have it explained, and the Rebels take over. I guess now in hindsight, it looks like a good call. Defense held. Coach Beatty's happy with that. Now all of a sudden they didn't have to give up 2 points. Get a stop, get a block kick or a deflected kick, it looked like.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden the Rebels are in business, fielding with good field position on their 47-yard line.
Well, the Rebels got some good push, but it looked like he might have kicked the ball off the backside of one of his blockers. And
we saw the one blocker, he kind of just didn't move up at all, and he kind of got backed right into the punter.
Yeah.
Henkel under center, hands the ball off, straight up the middle. Looks like number 5 from our vantage point. Plows ahead for about a gain of 8 on the play. Good run there as he just went straight up the middle. That was number 5, Brock Scamilla on the play. And he made something out of nothing, buried his head, and had a great run on first down.
That was a good run. He hit the line at full speed and He used his momentum for the last couple of yards to drag a couple guys.
Ball is right at midfield. 2nd and 2. Under 11 minutes here to go. First half. Starlight Stadium. 7-7. The Rebels and the Huskers tied here. Good first half here for both teams. Blitz looks to be coming. Straight up the middle there. We'll check the spot. I don't know if he's got it based on what I saw. I think he's probably going to be pretty close, but we'll check the spot there. But the Husker defense looked good on that one. And we'll check the spot to see what the officials give it here before, if it's a first down or 3rd and short for the Rebels.
Yeah, it looks like 3rd and short. Yeah, McPherson just couldn't get the leverage going, and Huskers converged pretty quick to hold him to where he was. But I would suspect it's
gambling time for Coach Beatty.
Time.
Just on the Husker side of midfield, 3rd and short. Henkel will be under center, I'm sure. Look for him to probably push his way forward or hand the ball off for a quick dive. Hands the ball off to Camilla. Makes a man miss. Now he's into open field. Finally brought down. Big play by the Rebels offense there. Camilla hit the hole hard. Then I thought he was going to be stopped, but was able to squirm through for a few more yards. Yeah, that'll move the sticks for the Rebels.
Twisted and turned and rolled out of one tackle. Get into the deeper part of the backfield. You can see on the replay here as he cuts through, he
makes a man miss there.
And then spins out of this one here and continues to get his shoulder square to the line and continue on.
Camille doesn't look like, from our vantage point, doesn't look like a big guy, but he sure runs like one, and he hits the hole hard.
He does.
Been impressed with him.
Full speed.
Henkel hands the ball up to Camilla, trying to get the left side. This time Stutters makes one man miss. Now he's corralled again, but still probably another gain of 5 yards, if not more. We'll see where the mark is after all the players get up from the pile, but another positive run for Camilla and the Rebels offense.
Well, I think this is one of those drives that the Rebels are obviously trying to establish the running part of their offense, but it's an area that they have to establish if you want Henkel to have a lot more success throwing the football.
Rebels offense moving here. 2nd and we'll call it 5 on the play at the Husker 35-yard line. Henkel's talking to Camilla in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Blitz looks to be coming by the Huskers. The Rebels pick it up. Now dumped out. Whoa, almost intercepted and almost in the hands of number 13 for the Rebels. That was Drew Wooten. But lucky Henkel didn't throw an interception as the Huskers had their hands on the ball there.
Yeah, Carlton Labordi had his hands on the ball, number 7, and I think he had a lot of green grass between him and the end zone.
Husker defense holds just under 8.5 minutes here. Starlight Stadium. Rebels home openers. Great to be back on the island and seeing some live action here in Langford. Great to be with you on bcfctv.com. So the Huskers defense holds, and now they will be punting, looking to pin the Huskers deep in there. They kind of flipped the field here, Paul.
Yes. Yeah.
Delaney Robinson will be punting. Rebels looking to solve their special team problems. Hoping to get a good kick. High snap. Delaney Robinson's got it. Now tries to fake it. Now does kick it off the side of his foot. We'll see what happens here. He's got to get 5 yards. That's going to be Now it's picked up. No yards on the play. We'll see on the replay here. The one Rebel player came in and hit the Husker player without even touching the ball. So I would think this would be an intentional 15-yard penalty.
I agree.
Even though the ball was on the ground and that would normally be a 5-yard variety, I think because they made no effort to get out of the 5-yard zone, I would think it would be a 15-yard penalty, but we will see what the officials call as they mark it off.
Yeah, it looks like he's marking off 15 here. Yeah, they're calling it direct 15-yard penalty.
15-yard, no yards penalty, and that's why, because the defender does have to make an effort to get outside of the neutral zone area. Clearly he did not on that play.
Well, it helps the Huskers. You know, it was a decent punt. It brought the ball inside. It looks like probably down inside the 10.
I'm not sure if the Rebel player didn't see that he didn't have the ball, but he just ran right through him and cost the team 15
Tanner
yards.
Haywood, I guess, didn't have his think hat on at that time.
Huskers take over. Looks to hand off the ball to O'Connor, trying to get to the right side. Does get some positive yards on the play. That'll bring up second and long for the Huskers, but positive yards on first down for the Huskers offense as we hit the halfway mark of the second quarter.
Tanner Haywood in on that tackle along with number 42 in the Rebels, Cordell Holder, limiting the gain to, looks like about a long 3.
Coming up to 7 minutes left in the second quarter. 7-7. The Rebels and Huskers are tied here at Starlight. Jansen's in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looks to his right, throws to his right, and it is incomplete. Flag on the play. I think there was a little tug action again. We'll see.
Yeah, that was number 20, Hunter Bowles for the Rebels. He had a lot of cloth as the receiver. That was number 3. Dag Moore kept running that route, and he had a ton of cloth, so that's going to be definitely interference.
You see there where all of a sudden they're trying to just isolate the receiver by putting him by himself over there on the right side, and Jansen looked to be throwing there all the way.
Yeah, well, they had the
quads on the
near
side.
On the left side, and he had the lone receiver on the right, and man-to-man coverage, and why not take the shot? Oh, so they call it contact on a receiver?
Yeah, illegal contact on a receiver. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and they'll move it up. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Huskers on their own 37-yard line. Spot foul there. Jansen will take over. Now they got 4 receivers to the near side, the short side of the field. Hands the ball off to the right side. O'Connor trying to find some room. Nothing really there as the Rebels defense stuffed that up nicely.
Yeah, they read that, and they slid along the line of scrimmage, keeping everything square. And limited that gain to maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, 4 receivers there were into the boundary. I thought they might decide to throw one out here on the field side to the lone receiver. But the handoff, get minimal gain on first down. That'll bring up second and long for the Huskers.
Yeah, again, another big down. Even though it's early still, it's got a half to play and 6 minutes here in the first half left, but these second down and long plays they're huge. You got to make these.
Jansen's in the shotgun. 3 receivers now to his left. 2 to the boundary on to his right. Looks to his left. Going to throw to his right in the direction of the big man again. And he's going to be short, depending on the spot. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down here. But another positive play for Matteo Tuiati, and he's going to be a good yard at least short of the first down.
Maybe 2.
And now decision time for Coach Reese and the Huskers.
I think you get a punt here.
I think based on how the game is going, we're 5.5 minutes left in the first half. The defense is playing well. Kick the ball away. That would be what I would be doing. But you and I are just sitting here.
That's right.
Armchair coaching. Armchair coaching from the under a nice tent and here at Starlight.
And also, we haven't looked at any film to find out what the weaknesses are. So,
third down here in the shotgun. Surprised. Look for O'Connor to get it. He does. Kind of juggles the ball there. Plows ahead. First down there. He's got plenty. Good run there by the Huskers. And I think you'll see on the replay here, he kind of bobbled the ball, but was able to keep it, gain enough yards, and pick up a big first down for the Huskers offense.
Yeah, he had the right leverage happening and hit the line, and he was going to get the first down. He just kept going. You could almost list him in the phone book, if they're phone books anymore. Under public transit, he carried 3 or 4 Rebels there. So
big first down for the Huskers there. They are now approaching midfield at their own 50-yard line. So 4.5 minutes left, first half. Jansen still in the shotgun formation. O'Connor stands beside him. He's looking to his right. Quick throw again to the big man. Bounces off a tackle, and look out. He's into open field. Go low. He just bowls over another guy, holds the ball. Don't let it get pulled out. Big first play, and the Huskers bench loving that as the big man again, Matteo Tuiati, making a big play, bouncing off of Rebels defenders and picking up another first down.
Well, that was a great play. When he caught the football, he was prepared to get hit, but the hit came a little bit later on, so he had a little bit more momentum. As you can see here on the replay, as he crossed, he took the first hit, and he slowed down because he knew he was going to get hit, and now he's just saying, I'm going to keep everything going towards that goal line. Stop me.
Thought he might be hanging the ball, hold on to the ball like a loaf of bread. But
yeah, I think he lost it there just at the end, but had enough strength to keep it in his possession.
Big first down. Huskers driving here. 3.5 minutes left. Second quarter. Jansen fakes the handoff, looks to his left. Hope flags on the play. Oh, incomplete on the play. Contact downfield, but it's incomplete. Good coverage on the play by number 6 for the Rebels. That was Kristen Gould. I think there's a hold on the play for the Huskers, and this will probably be set up a 1st and 20.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was the right tackle. Got a whole little bit of skin there.
Coach Beatty will take the penalty. Back them up. We'll be 1st and 20 there. That was better coverage that they had, and good coverage there was made it for an incomplete pass, and now the Huskers with the holding call be scrimmaging 1st and 20 on the Rebel 49-yard line.
Yeah, I thought the quarterback held a little bit too long there. He had number 8 going across wide open, but it was a short pass, and I think he was looking for something a little bit deeper.
1st and 20 now. Watch for the screen or draw, and 1st down here. Jansen's in the shotgun. There's the screen. Out to O'Connor on the right side. Well read by the Rebels defender. That was number 17 for the Rebels. That was Tanner Hayward making a big play. He sniffed the screen out just like we did. And for minimal gain, that'll set up 2nd and long for the Huskers.
Yeah, he was a man-to-man with O'Connor, so he was going to be there unless somebody chipped on him to knock him down. But that was good play by Tanner.
3-minute warning here at Starlight Stadium as we're just under that. Yeah, you can see O'Connor there kind of come up as if he was going to block and then just tried to leak out, and well read by the Rebels defense, and they sniffed it out and held it to minimal gain, if any.
Yeah, it looks like O'Connor's coming off again, a little bit of a limp.
He's a big part of their offense. They need him on the field, and he gives them a dimension that gives them the kind of the attack on the ground that they need.
Well, he's fast. We've seen that, and he's also strong. He's carried a few guys. So he's your typical Canadian type back, somebody that can get out of the backfield, catch a pass, and or run up the middle as a need be.
Looks to be okay as he comes off the field. Trainers are checking in on him, so hopefully for the Huskers he'll be back soon. 2nd and very long here. Jansen looks to his left. He's going to chuck one up in the direction of number 80. Down the field. Oh, incomplete on the play as he was just not able to corral it. The ball hit the ground. He had number 80, and he almost came up with it. That was Peyton Lake after a great throw by the quarterback there on the play, Jansen.
Yeah, I thought Jansen, it was the perfect pass. He put enough air under it, just a little bit too much arm. You can see in the replay here, he's got him open, but he just can't get there. Just a step, half step, quarter step behind.
Huskers thinking it was a catch on the play, but clearly you can see on our replay the ball hit the ground. That'll bring up 3rd down. Holman will be on the field to punt for the Huskers. Delaney Robinson, the lone man deep for the Rebels.
He's had a busy day so far.
Good snap. Holman puts the right foot on it. Good kick there. That's going to drive Delaney Robinson back to his own goal line. He's down. This will be interesting to see where they spot this. Is he in the end zone for a safety or for a single point?
The 1.
Or is he down the 1?
That's where the Nigel Bush, the deep umpires or deep judge is saying.
Back judge says?
Back judge. Oh, the single point.
Single point. So I guess by his momentum, we'll see on the replay if we can see it here. See his momentum just takes him down. Feet got tangled up, and Delaney wasn't able to stay on his feet.
Yeah.
Falls backwards in the end zone. Single point for the Huskers. That'll make the score of the Valley Huskers 8. Westshore Rebels 7. With 2:22 left in the first half here at Starlight Stadium. As the Rebels will give up the Rouge.
That was a booming punt by Holman, and had a good 52-yarder. I think that's where they snapped it from. We got the rain happening again.
Rain's coming. Another cloud, I guess, is coming in. Still some blue sky around us here, but it just kind of passes and goes. But we're now back into the rain mode again here at Starlight Stadium. Rebels will scrimmage here, 1st and 10 on their own 35. Henkel's in the shotgun. 2:22 left in the first half. He looks over the middle. Now he's going to take a shot down the field himself in the direction number 8, Kieran Prasad. He's got it for a massive gain. Finally thrown down by the Huskers defense on about the 29-yard line. Big play from Henkel to Poissant, and the Huskers and the Rebels are in business here right before the half.
Again, that's where he's making his living today, is running those type of routes, the flag routes, and he just bends it out, and he's wide open in behind the defenders. He's working hard to try to get some votes for Player of the Week for sure.
Yeah, he's got a couple guys here that might have a little bit of say on that, although there's a good panel of people to make that decision. But he's played look good. Henkel in the shotgun.
Well,
looking now again, got lots of time to throw, double clutches a couple times. Now he's got some green grass in front of him. Henkel's going to take off. Slot goes out of bounds there after about a 14-yard gain. That'll be another first down as Henkel had some good time to throw the ball. Couldn't find a receiver, saw a lane out to his left, used his legs and picked up another first down.
Well, Colby's the type of guy that you look at him and you think, oh, he's not that fast, but he's able to move decently. And I think the Huskers have to change their defensive pattern here. They got to, instead of rushing three, they got to get another guy to be able to try to keep him in the pocket, in my opinion.
Went out of bounds, so the clock will be stopped with 2:04 left in the second quarter. Rebels are in business here. Henkel's in the shotgun. He's got three receivers to his right. Hands the ball off to Camille off the left side. Cuts, darts, makes a couple of guys miss. Pyle still getting pushed. That's a big gain for Camille as he made something out of nothing after that run there. Probably picked up 7 yards or so. We'll wait to see the spot after. We can't really see from our vantage point here, but it looked to be a positive gain for the Rebels.
Yeah, it looks like about a good 7 yards, and he just pushed the pile again. There's just making things happen, and it was Big Daniel Kabongo that put him back, put him on the ground, and I think he's going to put anybody on the ground the size of him.
Huskers encouraging their defense to hold. Hand off again, straight at the middle of Camilla. He's got some room, makes a man miss. He is
in for the score.
In for the touchdown. Camilla waited for the signal. Great response there for the Rebels as they get in the end zone. Now lead it 13-8 with the extra point coming as Camilla found a seam, got in the end zone, and Rebels are celebrating on offense.
Well, they kind of ran at the Huskers, if my eyes aren't deceiving me, they're running a 3-4 type defense and just run at the linebacker spot, which is called the bubble, and you're going to pick up positive yards as long as guys make their blocks.
You can see a couple of Rebels on the replay there. Number 60 for the Rebels downfield there. That was Liam Stewart. And when the big guys are that far downfield, that's a good sign for an offense.
Absolutely. If you can get linemen into the second and third levels.
Extra point is up. Extra point is good. That'll make the score of the Westshore Rebels 14, the Valley Huskers 8, as we have about 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the first half at Starlight Stadium.
Well, again, a long pass that Henkel threw to Passant was obviously the key play in this drive. But the Rebels answered. The Huskers had the ball for a pretty decent drive that they got the single point out of. But now they come back to say, okay, we can do what you can do, but we can do it better with the touchdown.
Good answer there. Back and forth half here, but very exciting one as you see people still coming into the stadium here. They only have one gate open on the far side of the field, so crowds slowly filtered in, and they're kind of hiding up under the shelter here, under the stands at Starlight.
Yeah, they always get decent crowds here at Starlight Stadium, and but a little disappointed today. Maybe being the time of the game, a 4 o'clock kickoff, just interferes with shopping and things like that on a Saturday. But it's still a good crowd, decent crowd. For the opening, after 693 days of people watching football at Starlight Stadium.
Kickoff there, a bit of a line drive, bounces, picked up nicely by the Huskers. Number 1 on the play, trying to find a seam. Ran more illegal block on the play, looks like. That'll be on the play for a penalty against the Huskers, as the returner was running more lateral than upfield and got minimal return on the play. That was Reese Wyke with the return for the Huskers.
Yeah, he ran in right into the two defenders that had to keep that, take that lane away, and he had nowhere to go, and they made the tackle.
Looks like they picked up the flag on the play, so thought there might have been an illegal block or a hold, but the officials had decided to waive that one off.
Okay, so just waved it off. I didn't see if there was a hand signal or anything.
See if the Huskers and Jansen can answer. 1:30, I think it's about 1:34. We'll wait for the graphics to come back on the screen here, but about 1.5 minutes left in the first half. Huskers trying to answer the Rebels here, trailing 14-8, 1:34 to be exact, left in the first half. Jansen to the shotgun. Blitz looks to be coming for the Rebels. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's buried back. It's a big loss there. Rebels got to as they were bringing the heat on that play, and it'll be 2nd and long for the Huskers.
Yeah, they're saved from the Rebels said, hey, let's have a meeting with the quarterback, and they got there real fast.
See on the replay, you can see the guy coming off the edge, number 42, and then the pressure just meets them, and they had a full meeting of red.
They did.
Right on Mr. Jansen, and he had nowhere to throw or escape to. That'll be a second and loss of about 6 on the play. Clock ticking. Thought the Rebels might use a timeout there to stop the clock, but it's ticking under the 1:20 mark, 14-8. Rebels lead the Huskers here at Starlight. Jansen's in the shotgun again. He's got O'Connor to his left, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Has some time to throw, and now he's in trouble again. He's scrambling around, throws the ball. Nobody really in the area. They were the receivers were vacating that area, and that's where Jansen threw the ball.
Yeah,
that'll bring up 3rd down. Now the clock will stop, and the Rebels will get the ball back in probably pretty good field position.
And a lot of time left. Yeah, I thought Jansen was a little bit not hurried, but he just had his indecisions happening and going on, and he had nowhere to throw the football.
That one, he almost to me, coaches use the term, you're almost looking at the rush. And
yes.
And it looked like he was instead of looking downfield, he seemed to be looking more at the pressure. Maybe the sack on the previous play had something to do with that. Rebels should be getting good field position here as Delaney Robinson stands his own 50. So expect the Rebels to be fielding the ball in Husker territory. Ball bounces, takes a really good Husker bounce. Delaney's tracked back to the 40-yard line. He is buried there. That should be a no yards penalty.
No, he touched the ball just as he tried to pick it up, and I thought the defender, that's number 18, Royale, that I thought for sure that he would have been okay, and I think he just timed up as he got there to make the tackle. That wasn't, a good punt by Holman for sure.
Yeah, he got the bounce.
Out of trouble.
I thought for sure the Rebels would be scrimmaging on the Husker side of midfield, but the bounce and the good downfield coverage means the Rebels will be scrimmaging from their own 38-yard line.
Well, they do have
56 seconds left in the first half. They got time.
And they have timeouts.
And I think I saw 2 timeouts for the Rebels. At 56.9 seconds left. If I'm Colby Henkel, I'm looking in the direction number 8 or number 1.
There you go.
Ankle rolls to his left, throws to his left in coverage. It looks to be a catch on the play. Delaney Robinson right on cue with about a 9-yard gain. 8-yard gain for the Rebels with 51.3 seconds left. Clock will be moving on the whistle, but they're trying to get to the line real quick. Positive yards. And again, if I'm the Huskers, I'm standing right around number 1 and number 8.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you got to keep number 2 in the pocket. Don't let him get outside.
Rebels looking to hurry here. Taking a long time. Now it looks, I think we've got a timeout on the play.
Timeout Rebels.
Timeout Rebels. We'll see if that comes back to bite them, because they tried to get to the line really fast, and you ask yourself, why not just call a timeout right away? So I'm a little confused by that, because they were going to look like they were going to run another play, let the clock continue to tick, and now all of a sudden they burned some valuable seconds instead of calling a timeout right away.
I think there's still 45 seconds left as they were running the clock, were adjusting the clock. Now this is you can run. I think the Rebels still have 1 timeout, so you can go downtown with this play. It's 2nd down and real short, and then go for it on 3rd down. But you got to make sure that you got enough time left on the clock.
Or the other thing on the timeout here is you can get 2 plays in here, run the sneak on the other one, and then know that if you get it, you've got a play already called for 1st down for the next one. So we'll see what the Rebels do here. Having a bit of a clock malfunction. Now we're back to 45
I guess
seconds.
they were counting down the minute for the timeout. First time I've seen that.
We will see what they do here on 2nd and short. It looked like there's a bit of a clock.
Yeah, Coach Beattie says there should be 48 seconds.
Doing whatever we can to get a couple more seconds added, perhaps. Referees will confer as they've got the clock on the field. We'll see what they come up with here.
Not sure if they're adjusting it or not, or maybe the official will just hold his arm for the 3 seconds they're looking for.
Look, Henkel does bury his head, gets way more than enough for a 1st down. Now they got to get to the line fast. I thought they might run the sneak. Should have another play in here, I would assume, because that's why they called the timeout. Probably can get back on the ball and snap this pretty quick, as the clock will be moving when the referee blows a whistle in.
Yeah, they're wasting
I'm surprised. I just wait. You have a timeout. You know you're running a sneak. Why do you have to huddle up? Call 2 plays.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens here as the Rebels try and get to the ball. The clock is moving, under 30 seconds left. Henkel's in the shotgun, looks to his left. Going to throw in the direction of number 8, Passant again. Ball's tipped. Nice defensive play there by the Huskers. Wait to find out a number there. It looks like number 2 on the far side of the field. They made a nice play as Henkel was looking for Passant on the left, right by the sideline.
Yeah, that was number 2. That was Jordan Ferry. I think we got a holding here. Oh,
roughing the
passer. Whoa, this is huge.
15-yard penalty. Good news is the clock will stop. The good news is the Rebels will be getting 15 yards. And during this time, they hopefully will get a play in and snap the ball sooner than they did on the last one.
Well, again, these are penalties that come back to haunt you somewhere because 26 seconds to go in the half, and you're going to give the ball, allow the Rebels to move into your territory and possibly add to their lead here before halftime.
26.3 seconds left. Henkel's in the shotgun. Looking to his left. Now he's flushed out. Throw to his right. Looking for a holding call to play. Ball is thrown in the direction of Comia. Excuse me, that is number 18 on the far side. Sorry. Wait to get a number there for you. Roy Uth. As Henkel tried to make something out of nothing and couldn't connect with Uth, but that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 on the Huskers 45-yard line with 18.7 seconds left. 14-8, Rebels still leading, but trying to make some points here before the half if they can. Again, I think if you're the Huskers, you got to be standing wherever number 1 or number 8, Delaney Robinson or Karen Passant are. That's where Henkel's looking to his left. Throws the ball, intercepted on the play as he was looking for Delaney Robinson. Really nice play there by the Huskers, and that's a big defensive play to stop the Rebels' drive as Henkel was looking for Delaney Robinson, but nice play by the Huskers defense.
Yeah, number 11, Chavis Spencer on the interception there.
That's a big play right before the half for the Huskers to give their defense some confidence and stop a Rebels drive. And I'm assuming it'll be take a knee here for the Huskers and head to the locker room after a good first half of football. Yeah,
he just Henkel just underthrew that a little bit and had a little bit of pressure. They rushed the 3 down linemen and brought the 2 linebackers, so he had to hurry his pass a bit, but the pass itself was a bit low.
13.2 seconds left in the first half. We'll see if the Huskers just hand the ball off to, now we're going to get a timeout. Strange after a change of possession, but actually it's a timeout, against the Rebels, so I think it's a adjustment here. I think Coach Beatty might have expected a knee here. Now he's going to get some directions in here.
Too many men on the field.
And possibly some substitution issues.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they decide here.
Yeah, there's too many guys.
Also a chance to make sure you don't get anything thrown over your head at this pivotal time of the game. Once again, thanks for joining us on bcfctv.com. Great action here at Starlight Stadium in Langford. Tomorrow we got a double-header action, right? All games covered under bcfctv.com. Raiders and the Broncos at a neutral site in Chilliwack, followed by the Rams and the Okanagan Sun at McLeod Athletic Park. So tune in for some more great action tomorrow. Right now we got an exciting one here, and we're just winding down nearing the end of the first half. See what the Huskers decide to do. Maybe take one shot. Jansen looks to throw. Throws over the middle. Ooh, that was in and out of the hands of number 17 for the Rebels. That could have been costly. As Tanner Hayward is looking to the skies as he could have had a big interception for the Rebels.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to throw the ball, but just get out of the half. Get out of the dodge and just kneel down.
And you can see he's kind of running where a lot of traffic was there. For a lot of red jerseys were there, and Jansen was lucky. Yeah, I'm with you. I would either be taking a knee and getting out of dodge here at the half, or if you're going to throw one, take a shot.
Yeah,
take a shot.
Yeah, go deep.
Shot.
Don't throw an intermediate pass.
Jansen's in the shotgun again. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking now. Blitz is coming. Throws the ball to the ground. There was a receiver close by, and that's the other thing. Your quarterback is taking a lot of hits that are probably unnecessary at this point of the half.
Absolutely, and now you're into a position here where there's 6.6 seconds left. You have to punt the football. The Rebels could come back, they could block it. Ball rolls in the end zone. They jump on it, touchdown. You could have been sitting in the change room right now having your orange and your water, and there's a possibility the Rebels have an opportunity here to add to their point total.
Yeah. Homan's kicking the ball very well, so that's one saving grace, obviously, for the Huskers here to get out of this without any more damage. But
Yes, yeah.
But he will have to kick here with 6.6 seconds left in the first half. Likely the last play of the first half, barring a penalty. Exciting first half here at Starlight Stadium. 14-8, the home side lead the Huskers. Homan snap is good. Oh, ball is almost blocked, but he does get it away, kicks it to the right. Delaney Robinson's going to pick it up at his own 40. No yards on the play. Makes a man miss. Now he's tackled about the 51. That'll be the final play of the first half because the yards exceeded what the penalty would be. That'll be the first half, end of the first half with the score. The Westshore Rebels 14, the Valley Huskers 8, as this penalty should be declined. And players should be heading to the locker room, unless I'm confused.
You're going to get one more play, it looks like.
The yards exceeded the, oh boy. The yards should be picked up as the return was longer than what the 5-yard penalty would have been.
There you go.
Now we're at the first half. Took a little longer than we thought, but that's where we are. So now it's official. It's in the books. The score at the end of the first half. The Westshore Rebels 14, the Valley Huskers 8. Pretty good first half, Paul. I thought it was the teams battled back and forth. The defense has held it sometimes. You saw some of the players that the coaches think should be making plays on offense, make some plays. Rebels have to be happy with the play of Delaney Robinson, Colby Henkel, Kieran Prasant. The Huskers have to be made some good plays with O'Connor in the backfield, some big plays by Matteo Tuiati. Like, you can see the teams as they start to get an identity in the season, going to where the guys that they think are going to make some plays.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that they have to identify those guys as well. So you're going to see more of this in the second half. But I like you, I thought it was a good first half. Surprised that the Huskers, they've always been a tough team, but they brought a little bit of grit with them today. I thought they ran the ball quite well. Jansen was starting to feel a little bit of heat later in the second quarter with the Rebels with their rush. And Colby Henkel with the Rebels quarterback kind of surprised me with the swiftness of his to get outside.
Yeah, he was able to escape a little bit. Also liked how Brox Camilla ran the ball for the Rebels. I thought he had a good first half and ran the ball and got some positive yards and some big plays for the Rebels offense, including the touchdown right before the half to make the score 14-8.
Yes, yeah. And the same on the other side. O'Connor, I thought, ran the ball really strong, really strong.
So we're going to take a break here in the action. Please join us for the second half. Once again, I'm Tyler McLaren, joined by Paul Short. Thank you for joining us on BCFCTV.com. The score at the half, the Westshore Rebels 14, the Valley Huskers 8. We will be back for the second half actions very soon.
drink it, then don't drink it. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Westshore Rebels would also like to extend a warm welcome to our football alumni in attendance this evening. Will the alumni please come to center field for an alumni photo? There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I did. And I got back off.
And gentlemen, this is your Westshore Rebels alumni. If you could have them just stay there and hold a moment, please. Unfortunately, we are missing a member from the alumni. Roy Bollinger passed away June 3rd, 2020. Roy is a legend in Victoria football. He has coached and mentored players for over 50 years. Roy's old school approach will be missed by all. If you have a moment of silence, please. Rest in peace, Roy. Thank you, folks. Right?
Welcome back to West Hill Stadium as we get set for the second half kickoff. 14-8, as I mentioned out the break there for the Westshore Rebels, leading the Valley Huskers. Some stats given to us at the half. Number 5, Brock Scomia for the Rebels had 86 yards rushing, had 86 yards total. So he had a catch, but he had 8 carries for 54 yards and a touchdown. We also have, just reading these here, number 8, Kieran Passant had 166 yards in the first half ball.
Good for him.
So he was pretty good. And 1 touchdown, of course. That's 186 total yards, so 143 yards receiving in the first half. Colby Hinkle was 7 of 11 for 166 yards. So you can see the bulk of those are going to Kieran Passant. 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And they had 6 penalties for 78 yards. On the Huskers side, they had 28 total rushing yards, much of those in the direction of Mr. O'Connor. They had number 81, Mateo I'm going to check my names here. Tuiati had 5 receptions for 60 yards and had 76 total yards in the first half. And the quarterback, Mr. Jansen, was 10 of 17 for 76 yards passing. Again, much of those to Tuiati. And the penalties were 3 for 36 yards. So you can see there by the stats, most of the players we were talking about right before the break were the ones involved in most of the actions and the stat line for both teams.
Absolutely. So, and what did Passant have? What was his receiving yards?
I'm going to check again here. I think he had 143 yards.
Well, he's only 100 shy of Rebels' record. That was by 2019. Jeffrey Ojong had 4 receptions in the game for 237 yards. So
143 yards and 1 touchdown.
Beauty.
Yeah, so some records could fall here at Starlight Stadium, and we get set for the second half kickoff. Thank you for those stats. They give us a good indicator, and you at home hopefully will get the same indicator as well as we get set for the second half kickoff. Rebels will be kicking from our right to our left. Huskers will be receiving and running their offense from our left to our right as we get set for kickoff. Both teams back on the field, and good first half, and I think we're in for a good second half.
Absolutely. And Husker, this is be an important drive for the Huskers, is open up with the ball right away.
Simon Hales kicks the ball deep down to about the 15-yard line. Huskers return. They got a seam. Good return on the play by number 1. That was Reese White with a good return for the the Huskers, and they'll scrimmage 1st and 10 around their own 35-yard line.
And a beautiful tackle by Kai Mitchell-Nugent on that one.
Be interesting to see what both of these teams thought of their first halves. We wonder what the coaches said to their teams at the half. One can only wonder, but I think both teams are probably some things they were pleased with, and obviously some penalties and some mistakes that they're probably not pleased with.
Absolutely, and I think the game is played that way too. As we watch the first half, everybody started out a little bit shabby, but as the game progressed, each team put drives together, and they looked quite impressive doing it.
Jansen's at quarterback, looks to his right, throws to his right, complete to the big man, number 81, with another catch for the Valley Huskers. That was Mateo Tuiati with another catch, positive yards, gain of about 6 on the play for the Huskers on first down.
He's been a big target today for the Huskers. And he's always running that little curl route, just 5-6 yards, pick up what you can get.
Big man might also break a tackle and then get some more positive yards. But
absolutely.
He's been pretty good and pretty impressive for the Huskers today. Jansen's in the shotgun again. He's got O'Connor standing directly behind him. Looks to his right. Another quick throw. Number 8 this time. Trying to make a man miss. Heading right to our sidelines here. Looks like a face mask potentially on the play.
Yeah, I think it was my number 8. I think
28 for the Rebels.
Manocha, I'm sorry. Got his hand up in the face mask as he was trying to straight arm, and he kind of closed his hand on it. So I think you're going to see a penalty against the
Dylan Manocha with the reception there, and
Huskers.
I think there was a 15-yard face mask penalty against. Oh, they're calling it against the Huskers.
I don't know. They had the replay there. You can see as he was just straight arming, he closed his hand on the mask, and they're going to call it every time. They're going to let you put your hand on the mask if you don't close your fingers on it. As you straight arm.
15-yard penalty, costly one for the Huskers. That will drive them back into their own territory. Fans here at Starlight encouraged by the scoreboard here to make some noise for the home side defense. And it looks like it's still going to be first down, so after yards gained, I guess. Yeah, so after yards gained on the play, they went back 15. Huskers will be scrimmaging 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Jansen's in the shotgun. Blitz looks to be coming. Hands the ball up. No, he fakes it, turns. Flips one out here to number 16. He's got a blocker in front of him. That's going to end up coming back because I think you're going to see a hold or an illegal block against the Huskers. And again, a positive play likely coming back.
I think it's 2 penalties in a row on Dylan Manocha. I think he got the hold there, the illegal block. You see in the replay as he comes out number 8, he's in front of the play, and that's where he gets a cloth.
You see
right
the hands,
there.
You see the right arm outside And unfortunately, that's the hold. When the referees see the hand outside on the outer part of the shoulder pad in the jersey, they're going to call it.
And that's going to be after yards gained, so that'll be first down for the Huskers.
So they will mark it back 10 here. 51's probably on their own 41-yard line or 40-yard line, I would assume. And that's where they will put the ball down, about the 41, right in between the 41 and 42, as we're in the third quarter here at Starlight Stadium. Westshore Rebels leading the Valley Huskers 14-8. A couple costly penalties here for the Huskers, stopping some plays. Now we look to have a bit of an issue with the chains on the far side of the field. Probably came across from the sticks. Thanks for joining us on BCFCTV.com. Hope you're enjoying the game and all the games throughout the BCFC this year. Rain is still drizzling down here at Starlight. It kind of been on and off. The faucet has been turned on and off on us a couple times today, Paul.
Yeah, but you look out to the west now. It looks like it's breaking up, so the sun might be coming out here before mind you, the lights have been on already.
Jansen looks to his left, throws to his left, caught on the play. Minimal gain, probably about 4 on the play, we'll call it, as he connects with number 16, or excuse me, number 80.
80, yeah. Peyton Lake.
Peyton Lake with the reception there. Positive yards, no flags on the play, bringing up a second and manageable for the Huskers.
Yeah, again, big down here. The Huskers have had the ball. Well, it's only 2 minutes in, but this is a chance for them to get to the end zone, possibly, or at least change field position deep into Rebels territory.
2nd and 6, Huskers. Jansen sets his feet, throws, in and out of the hands. Looked like he was trying to run before he caught it there. He had it. Looked to have been very close to the first yard marker, but just looked like he was almost trying to swing to the ball from his right hand to his left and get upfield and get more yards, but ball falls to the turf, and that'll bring out the punt team for the Huskers.
Yeah, you secure the ball first, and then your mind will take you where it needs to go.
You can see it here on the replay. Jansen makes a good throw. He's got it there, and just as the Rebel defender comes in, ball gets poked out, and bringing up 3rd down, and the Rebels defense holds, and the offense will be back on the field. Holman's deep to punt for the Huskers. Good snap. Good kick again. Delaney Robinson deep. Ball takes a Husker bounce and goes out of bounds at around the 28-yard line, 27-yard line.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And the Rebels will be scrimmaging now with their first possession of the second half.
I'll see what adjustments they've made after the first half. They ended up starting to run the ball pretty good there in the second quarter, so they might continue that. But they also threw the ball to Kazant quite a bit, so I suspect they'll continue to try to get the ball into his hands.
Clock approaching the 3-minute mark here. Third quarter, 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Henkel still at quarterback in the shotgun. Hands the ball up to Camille off the left side. Good room there. Kind of closes there in a hurry. I thought he was going to be able to make some positive yards, but the Husker defense closed very fast, holding the game to minimal, if any.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they picked up much. It was Chris Muzenza coming in to make the tackle. He didn't go for any of the fakes or the jukes or the jives.
That one coming towards us, I thought it was going to be some positive yards, but Huskers defense played that quite well, and minimal gain, if any. We'll call it 2nd and 10 for the Rebels on their own 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Henkel in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. That's where he's looking. Now coming back to his left, he's got Passant there. Tackled immediately on the play by number 2. Good defensive play by the Huskers, holding Passant before he can get his legs in gear. And we'll see where the mark is. It's going to be short of the first down. The Rebels punt team will come out.
Yeah, came up a little bit shy, a couple yards shy of the first down. Again, field position is important. It's a close game here, 14-8. So I think you'll see the teams punting a bit more in this second half as we stay close.
Delaney Robinson still back deep.
Yeah, the sun's trying to get out here. It'd be nice when it finally is.
Strange when the rain is pouring down and players are shielding their eyes from the sun.
Yeah.
Delaney Robinson kicks the ball, contacted there, but he was outside the tackle, so no flag. Short kick, bounces backwards and out of bounds at about the Husker 47-yard line, 48-yard line. And that's what they'll try and. That's where the Huskers will take over with their second possession of the second half.
Well, I find it interesting that Coach Beattie had the same thing when he coached at the Okanagan. He had the punter, I forget his name.
Brendan Van Nistelrooy.
Yes, that's right. And he rolled out to kick the ball, and Robinson's rolling out to kick the ball. I think sometimes when you do that, your mind is saying run, and then you got to kick the football, and you don't get great kicks. Like last week, Robinson averaged 14 yards a kick by doing that. So it's one of those things that obviously it's going to get better as the more they practice it, but I never understood it.
Huskers take over. O'Connor right up the middle. Well played there by the Rebels' interior defensive line. Minimal gain there, if any, for the Huskers on first down as they try and run the ball right up the middle against the Rebels' defense to no avail. Bring it up second, and we'll call it 9.
Ben Pierick on the tackle. They just got a hold of O'Connor's leg and wouldn't let go.
Huskers shaken up on the play. We'll get a number. He looks to be okay.
Matthew White, looks like number 63. One of the big men up front.
Rain is coming down. Actually, it's easing off a little bit now. You wouldn't want to take your Chihuahua out on this because it could get stuck in a puddle or something.
It's true, yeah.
First or second and 9, Huskers, 4 receivers to Jansen's right. He's looking that way, sets his feet, throws it over the middle. He's got his man,
nice
number 8.
catch.
Open field in front of it now. Ooh, no flag on the play on that one. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. There is the flag on the far side of the field. Not where I thought it might be, but we're going to check this one out as the Huskers are right now in for the go-ahead score. But I think this one might be coming back.
Yeah, I think it was the legal block.
Wasn't where I thought it was going to be because you could see he made the catch there, broke away from the safety, and then I thought they might have called the contact on the player coming to make a play, but it's on the far side of the field, so I don't know if that's what they actually called or if they saw something else.
I don't know if you can see on the replay here where it happened. He's just coming back to block, and you're not allowed to block back to your own goal line under the new rules, and that might be something that happened there. Yeah, it looks like the way the Huskers are walking back that they will be stinging. Obviously, it's a first down, 10 yards back from where the foul occurred. Officials are taking quite a time to discuss this one.
We'll see what the flag is.
Oh, they're saying no flag, so that's a touchdown.
Touchdown for the Huskers after a lengthy delay by the officials. I guess they decided to pick it up, and that will make the score 14-14 with the extra point coming. Yeah, big play there by the Westshore, by the Valley Huskers. I think it was number 8 who ended up, Dylan Minocha with the touchdown. So big play there. As you can see, he shook away from the safety and was able to get into some green grass and score a touchdown and temporarily tie the game.
Yeah, he kind of redeemed himself there off those 2 penalties and drop pass earlier. Made a nice play.
Holman set for the extra point. Big score here early in the third quarter, 9:44 left here. Holman trying to get the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down. Kick is up, line drive right through. Making the score, the Valley Huskers 15, the Westshore Rebels 14. A good one here at Starlight. Huskers have to be happy coming out of the break with an early score, Paul, to get ahead.
Oh, absolutely. And a play that gets the bench excited as well. Now they've got a bit more energy. They're a little down there because of the couple penalties that happened earlier that take a drive away from them. But yeah, you score on a big play like that, where the guy breaks a couple tackles as a receiver, gets everybody pumped up. But I guess the officials, when they picked that flag up to say that there was no penalty, obviously that's why they were huddled up, to get the opinions and what everybody else saw. So, and I didn't feel that it was necessarily a penalty when I saw it live, but I'm not on the field, so they've got better angles and perspectives than what I have.
Huskers take the lead. Now we'll kick off. Holman will kick it from his own 45-yard line. Big hole in the middle of the Rebels after they get past the front line before you hit the wedge at the back. Strangely big hole in there. Lots of green grass. We'll see if Holman just booms it deep. That's what he will do, is he will bang it deep, look to be offside on the play by the Huskers as the Rebels take over. Number 10, lots of room there. He's got a hole. If he can make a couple guys miss into the open field, he's going to be across midfield into Husker territory. Makes another man miss. Now finally brought down. Great return there, I believe by number 10, if my eyes are right.
Kieran Hardesty, but I think it's offside against
offside.
the Rebels.
I don't think it is.
Yeah,
Based on where the flag is thrown.
Yeah, it was from the guys at center field, and I think a couple of the Rebels they were within the 10 yard.
Which is a call you normally don't see on the defensive side of things.
Correct.
For usually, if there's offsides on a kickoff, it's usually the cover team that's usually more exuberant and kicking, getting ahead of the kicker.
Yeah, and I think if it is against the Rebels, it's going to be, they're saying
no flag.
No flag. Okay. Interesting.
I told you you're going to do big things on that return, bro.
So this is
Okay,
it's kind of strange here because the officials on the far side of the field were talking about it. The official that was standing on our near side wasn't even in on the discussion. Now he puts the flag back and puts it in his pocket.
Yeah.
Strange situation there.
A huge return for the Rebels, answering right big time right away to what the Huskers had to say.
Bit of a bizarre sequence there. 9.5 minutes left, third quarter. Huskers now lead 15-14 over the home side Westshore Rebels. Rebels knocking on the door. Good field position to start this drive for Henkel in the offense. Looks to his left now. Comes back. He's going to roll out to his left. Sets his feet. Now gets away. Trying to get away. Good job there by the Rebels, the Huskers. Number 7 made a really good play. That was James Moore, who made a really nice defensive play. I thought he was in trouble when he left his feet, but he ended up coming back and being able to get Henkel to the ground. But I thought you saw when Henkel kind of rolled out, you'll see on the replay here, Moore kind of leaves his feet with his hands up in the air, and I thought Henkel was going to be able to escape him, but Moore makes a good recovery. Right there, he throws his hands up, but comes back to make a good tackle.
Yeah, nobody open on that. So we had to get on his horse and get out of there.
2nd and 10, we'll call it. Blitz coming from the Huskers here. Henkel looks to his left, takes a couple drop steps, got his man number 18. He should, we'll see where the spot is. We can't see from our vantage point here, but Henkel did connect with number 18 for the Rebels. That's Roy Uth. He's going to be short by the looks of it.
Not much. I think
Not
you're going
much.
to see them go here for sure.
Not much here, I think, as the Huskers bring in the big package, the big boys up front. And they've got some big boys, as you see on their defensive line. So I know Henkel's a big man himself, and he should be able to plunge this first down. But Huskers have some good size on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Rebels offensive coordinator Simon Beckow, the 1992 Outstanding Canadian Junior Offensive Player of the Year.
Henkel off the left side, awkwardly gets the first down.
Really weird.
He took a couple steps to his left and then kind of ping-ponged off the defender and his old lineman, but was able to pick up sufficient yards for the first down, keeping the Rebels drive alive as we approach 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, even though the Rebels are only down by a point, I don't think after that big kickoff return, they're not going to settle for 3 points. They want to score a touchdown. So I think even if that was 3rd and 3, they'd be going for it.
Clock ticking here, 7:49 left, third quarter. Henkel's in the shotgun. Looks to his left. Now he's going to throw it to the right, and incomplete. Receiver looked like he was going to stop, and Colby threw it as if he was going to keep going. Ball will be incomplete on the play, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, he kind of squared off his route instead of going to the post, and I guess Colby had said, I thought you're going to the post.
Little mix up there, but 2nd and 10 after that play. Big play here, Paul. I think they're scrimmaging from the Husker 22-yard line. Like, I agree with you. I think they got to be thinking 7 here, and I think if Henkel and the offense are smart, you're looking in the direction of your playmakers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for number 8 right on this one.
Henkel looking, throwing the ball, incomplete on the play.
Got a flag
Should've
down,
had it.
maybe.
I think it's going to be in the neighborhood of hold. As a Husker defender pleads with the official for a holding call, and that is going to be what it is. So I suspect they will probably decline this penalty, I would think.
Yeah, I think I would, but yeah, Yeah, that ball was tipped just at the end there. That was a good play.
Decline. We'll see the Rebels special teams again. Trying to get the go-ahead field goal. 7:18 left in the third quarter. Huskers still leading by 1, 15-14.
Marco Dizzy coming in to try the field goal. Be about almost a 30-yard attempt, 30-yard attempt here from the left hash.
Isaiah Cartalicchio will have the hold, I believe. Number 12.
Yeah, he's been the holder here since he's been playing junior ball.
Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. That'll make the score. The Rebels answer the Huskers touchdown with 3 points of their own, making the score the Westshore Rebels 17, the Valley Huskers 15, with just 7:06 left in the third quarter. Good answer. Not necessarily a touchdown, which I'm sure the Rebels would have liked, but getting positive plays, positive yards, getting 3 points, now taking over the lead.
Oh, absolutely. And after, as I said earlier, just after that long kickoff return, you got to at least come away with some points. Touchdown much better, but you just got the lead back on a nice field goal.
Back and forth game here at Starlight Stadium. Good game though. I think the Rebels. I saw them in the game against the Sun, and I think they look a lot better today than they did last week. So nerves, game under your belt, all that kind of stuff. Now you get home, second game, home fans. I think they've settled down and look more like a Shane Beatty coach football team.
Yeah, and I think in fairness to the Rebels, last week's game, that was the Suns' second game. So they already had their exhibition game, if you will. And Rebels came in cold, as did the Rams and Raiders last week. So they looked a little bit different until it warmed up towards the third quarter. They got going, but
number one on the return. Nice return there. Almost got loose. Reese White with another good return for the Valley Huskers, but good tackle there brings him down, and the Huskers will take over, looking to answer the Rebels field goal.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here because they had great success to open the third quarter, moving the football, but the penalties hurt them. And see if the Huskers come back with the same type of attack to where they're going to be throwing the ball, those little hooks and curls, and O'Connor.
Rain has stopped temporarily here at Starlight Stadium. Now she tries to get the Rebels defense revved up here for a big stop. Huskers scrimmaging 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. Jansen in the shotgun, 4 receivers to his right. That's where he's looking. Now sets up the screen back to the left. It's caught on the play. That's now barely hit. Good game there as he gets about 14. Rebels seem to think that was an incomplete pass, but Huskers receiver running back was able to pick the ball up and get some good positive yards on first down.
I thought that ball touched the ground.
I thought it did too. From my old eyes, I thought it was okay. I thought it touched the ground myself. See on the replay here. Screen off to the left-hand side. Tough to tell because number 81 was in our vantage point, but yeah, at the end of the result, it's a 14-yard gain for the Huskers. Another scrimmage 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Jansen's in the shotgun.
Good start for the first play.
Hands the ball up the middle, trying to get off the left side. Well played by the Rebels defense.
Yeah, Ben Purick again.
Ben Purick with a nice play there for the Rebels. He's been busy on the Rebels defensive line.
He's all around the ball. Every time the ball snapped, number 40 standing around somewhere, right on top of it.
Good Mount Doug kid, Ben Purick. Lots of local flavor in this game today, which is great for the Rebels.
Yeah, and the Mount Doug last night went out and beat up on the Abbotsford Panthers 59-0.
So after no gain on the play, we'll call it 2nd and 10. Jansen's in the shotgun, needing to play, looking to his right, zipping the ball to his right. Whoa, in and out of the hands.
He had him.
Number 36 for the Rebels came underneath to try and make a play on that play. That was Devin Young. Ball ended up, might have distracted the receiver, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
See on the replay here.
Just got in his vision, and he just couldn't pick the ball up again. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. He came underneath and probably forced his eyes off the ball, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Rebels defense holding. The Huskers will punt in with the Holman on the field.
I had a new returner back there.
Brock Scamilla deep for the Rebels as the only guy back. Holman takes the snap, booms the ball. Good kick as he angles this to the sideline to the left. Ball ball goes out of bounds around the 18-yard line.
That was like around the 20. Yeah, good punt. Very good punt.
4:56 left here. Rebels leading 17-50.
If you are on punt,
Punt in the box! Punt team in the box! Hey, punt team, punt team! Yeah. Hey,
How do we get Jaron the ball in his hand? How do we get Jaron the ball in his hand?
Sam,
He's on the bench.
Peter! Let's go down. Guys. We'll see ya.
Up back. Up back. Hey, Kai! Now, we gotta get the guys up the edge, man. Cut him down. Wait, cut him.
Kid, you're nice with it! Hell yeah! Look at your kid!
They'll tell us when we're back.
We're back now. We're back.
Are we back? It looks like sounds like we're back now. Apologize for that, folks. If you can hear us now, we're back in business. Just a little bit of technical difficulties, but we seem to be back working now.
And those first two plays, Zach Lubin had a good run, and then the number 8 got his hands on a football again, Pazant, for a big first down.
2nd and 3.5 or 4 yards, we'll call it. Long 3, short 4. Rebels at their own 54-yard line. Henkel's in the shotgun. I think that's Zach Lubin now into the game beside him. Blitz looks to be coming from the Huskers. Henkel's in a bit of trouble. Holding call there. He's sacked. It won't matter. Huskers will be declining this holding call, bring up 3rd down for the Rebels. This is a hold going to be on the Westshore Rebels, and the punt team will come on the field. The Rebels or the Huskers brought the blitz right where Mr. Henkel was going and got a big sack, and now we'll get the ball back.
Well, they came off his backside pretty quick, and he didn't have a chance to set his feet. And you're going to catch up when that happens, when a quarterback can't set his feet.
Delaney Robinson will be back deep. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Good 3rd quarter action. Delaney Robinson kicks the ball. Another flag on the play. Not sure what this one's going to be. Short kick there. We'll wait for the signal there. Thinking based on when he threw the flag, a chop block against the Huskers, so I'm assuming they'll take those yards on the kick if they have that option. We'll see what the flag looks like. A chop block there. As the officials speak to the Huskers as far as their options on the play. Declined. So he declined the penalty there, which otherwise it would have been applied on the kick, but because the kick was a short one, the Huskers elected to decline the penalty, and we'll take over. So they didn't have the option there to apply it at the end of the kick. Huskers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 43-yard line. Jansen's in at shotgun. He's got 4 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Hands the ball off on the right side. O'Connor tiptoeing around, hits the hole. Good gain on the play. Probably about 5, maybe 4, based on We'll see what the spot is. But good first down yardage there for O'Connor as he comes back into the game and gets some positive yards. Second down now for the Huskers. Call it a gain of 5 on their own 48-yard line. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Fans urge the Rebel defense on. Huskers looking to extend their drive. Jansen's in the shotgun, looking around. Looks to his left. Now he sets his feet, throws to the left, got his man, first down. Nice play there. I think that's number 80 for the Huskers, making a big catch of Peyton Lake on second down, moving the sticks and into Rebel territory. Be a first down for the Huskers.
Another one of those curls over the center. It's just they've had success with those passes all day.
Mateo Tuiati right in the neighborhood as well, but Peyton Lake with a good catch. Gets a first down, moves the sticks. Huskers will scrimmage first and 10 on the Rebel 51-yard line.
It's one of these drives, again, we're late in the third quarter. You can keep the football a long time here, but you got to come away with some points.
Jansen, low snap, hands the ball off. O'Connor, no, pulls it. Now he rolls to his right, throws to his right. He's got his man. Looks like number 8 on the play there. Dylan Manocha scored a touchdown earlier this half. Get some positive yards. Look to have picked up about 6 or 7 on the play.
Yeah, good 7 yards for sure. Again, just little intermediate passes. Just dump it down, let the guys do what they can do, and brings you up in a manageable second down.
Clock ticking here. Jansen's in the shotgun. 4 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. O'Connor standing behind him, looking to his left. Throw into his left. Ball is tipped, almost incomplete, and then almost intercepted. It almost went from Rebels to Huskers, back to Rebels, but the end of that play, nobody's got the ball.
Yeah, Lake had his hands on it, but just couldn't squeeze up a little bit high. I'm kind of surprised you're going to go here on this. I think I would be punting the football. I'd be putting the Rebels as deep as I could on this.
Clock ticking, likely the last play of the third quarter, barring a penalty. Big play here, 3rd and 5. Huskers looking to get it. I agree with you. I would have punted, but we'll see what happens. Little short curl action there. He's got his man.
All right. That's why it's been a while since I haven't coached. So.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter. The score, the Westshore Rebels 17, the Valley Huskers 15. Good third quarter, but Huskers back and forth. Good quarter there. Rebels come out. Huskers come out, get some points. Rebels answer. I thought it was a pretty entertaining third quarter.
Yeah, it's been a good game. I think the fans that are here are going to walk away if the Rebels win this game, how tight it is, or even if the Huskers win the game. I think that you come away thinking, boy, that was a pretty good junior football game. They got a first down. Looks like they're going to be in, where are we here? The Rebels 40, just inside the 40. Second downs.
Huskers now going from our right to our left. So as we start the fourth quarter here, 1st and 10 on the just inside the Rebel 40-yard line. Jansen's in the shotgun. O'Connor's right behind him. Passing situation, looks to his left, throws to his left. A little more hand fight there. Nice catch.
That's Manocha. What a catch.
Manocha again. Dylan Manocha. Good catch. A bit of contact down there with the Rebels defender, but you see Manocha extend his arms at just the right time. Hall's in a great reception there. Huskers driving out deep in the Rebel territory. Watch the catch here on the replay.
He got his hands out there, and he's right over the outside shoulder. Beautiful.
Good throw there by Jansen. Good connection. Good hands by Manocha, and Huskers are knocking on the door just outside the Rebels' 10-yard line. 1st and 10. Blitz looks to be coming now from the Rebels. Hand the ball off to O'Connor. Not much there. Actually still moving his feet.
Wow.
Great run there.
Good run.
I thought he was stopped, so apologies for that, but he ended up driving his legs, keeping them going, and getting positive yardage.
Yeah, definitely brought. They're on the 13, so he looks like they're going to be scrimmaging from about the 8-yard line here.
So they can get a first down before they could score. Looks like they need to get down to around the 1 or 2 yard line. Hard to tell from our vantage point, but that was a solid 4-yard gain for Mr. O'Connor.
Yeah, it was a good tough run. He keeps his feet going. Good running backs do that.
13 and a half minutes left. Clock is ticking. Starlight Stadium here in Langford. Jansen and the Huskers looking to answer. Blitz looks to be coming again. Fake throw. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 81, Matteo Tuioti. I think he'd like to have that one back. He was catching those ones. And that'll bring up a decision for Coach Reese, but I think he's going to send the field goal team out.
You get out here, take the field goal. Hunter Bowles was right on the receiver on that one, and you can see as in the replay, he stepped in front of him, but the pass was a little hot, and he left his feet to catch it, and he took it off the shoulder pads rather than in the hands.
Thought they were going to be in good shape there with the Rebels blitzing, kind of vacating that area, but unfortunately they weren't able to connect for Husker fans. Homan, the reigning player of the week for the special teams in the British Columbia Football Conference, sets the kick. Kick is up. Kick is blocked. Blocked on the play. It's still almost crossed the uprights. There's a couple of people thinking the play is over, but it's still going. In the end zone, there'll be a single point.
I think Garen Hardesty, got his hands on that coming off the left edge.
Yeah, we'll see it on the
10.
replay here, as that was a big block by the Rebels on what should have been an automatic field goal for Homan. We'll see it on the replay here.
I thought the timing was a little bit slow.
Yeah. You can see the snap is down, hold. Yeah, he's going to have those blocked more often than not. Obviously, even on a short field goal where you don't even need to take the extra steps, as soon as the ball's on the tee, it should be leaving your foot.
Absolutely.
So a bit of a costly mistake there for the Huskers, but they still do get a rouge off the block, and it was funny, it almost even cleared the uprights after it was blocked.
I know, yeah, just chipped underneath. And
so they do get the single point, now only trailed by 1, 17-16 Rebels, 12:44 left, fourth quarter. Rebels taking over, 1st and 10 on their own 35. Henkel barks the signals, looks to his right, now back to his left, throws across the middle, intercepted by number 30. What a catch there, and now he's headed towards the Rebels, the end zone, but he's brought down around the 20. Massive, massive play by number 30 for the Huskers there with a big interception.
he stepped right in front of the receiver. I didn't see who they were throwing to, but who Henkel was put the ball. But that was a great interception by
Andy Ofosohani. Again, we apologize if we're pronouncing any of the names wrong, but that was a heck of a play there
nice
by the
play.
Huskers defense, and he just reached out, stabbed the ball, and headed in the other direction.
You get
Huskers have a
redeem
chance to
yourself.
redeem. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, Paul. Big turnover there for the Huskers defense. Now they're in business here, looking for more points, trailing by just 1. Hands the ball off. No, he keeps it. Jansen makes a man miss. Now he's going to try and roll out. Sets his feet. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. A lot of traffic down there. A couple white jerseys and a couple red. I'm thinking Jansen was flirting with fire with that throw.
Yeah, I thought at the end there, I think his mind was saying, throw it away, throw it away.
Injury on the play gives us a chance to take a quick minute. But interesting start to this fourth quarter, and you have to think either one of two things. Special teams may play a big role in the outcome of this game, Paul, or you have to think which team can keep itself composed. And you've already seen some highs on teams, and sometimes it's the team that can keep itself composed and understand the peaks and valleys in a game. That might be the one that comes out on top.
Absolutely, and I think, yeah, I agree with you on the special teams part of it, because we've seen some pretty bad punts and a punt blocked, as well as now this field goal blocked. So that has played a big role today, and that big kickoff return by the Rebels. So I think, yeah, it could come down to the punting game could be the difference in this one.
Good game here at Starlight Stadium. Rebels leading 17-16 if you're just joining us. Thanks again for tuning in to bcfctv.com. And neither of these teams are going away. That's the thing. Just when you think one might get some momentum, the other one kind of comes back and makes a big play. It's like having a chihuahua biting at your leg and you just can't get him off. So 2nd and 10 now. Huskers looking for more points here, looking to take the lead with either a field goal or a major of their own. Jansen's in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. O'Connor standing behind him. Rebels showing blitz on the play. Now they back out of it. Jansen looks to his left, throws to his left, to the wide side of the field. It's caught by number 15, fighting for the yards. Rebels trying to get the ball out, but finally the whistle comes after I thought his forward momentum had already stopped some time ago, but it looks like he will be short of the first down, and Ethan Holman will come out for another attempt at a field goal to put his team ahead.
Yeah, it just came up about 5 yards short of the first down. Isaiah Karlickia was right on the ball on that one, number 12 for the Rebels.
Number 15 for the Huskers, David Corando, trying his best to get first down for his team. Holman's got another shot at a field goal. Kick is down again, kind of slow there, but this one's up, and this one is up, and this one is good, making the score of the Valley Huskers 19, the Westshore Rebels 17. Again, I thought they might have been in a little trouble there, as Holman looked to be a little slow with that one as well.
Yeah, the timing definitely isn't there. And I'm not sure if it's between the snap and the holder, or maybe Ethan's just waiting to make sure that the ball's on the ground before he starts to go. And
yeah, I think it's the latter, Paul. I think like when you're seeing it on our replay, when we had it even on the first one and the second one there, it just seems when the ball's on the tee, his foot is a good second behind, and that's in our league and this level, and certainly in the higher levels, that's all it takes between a block and a successful point after or field goal. But at the end of the day, it's good news for the Huskers as they now take a 2-point lead, 19-17 over the Rebels. Clock ticking as we're under 11 minutes here, left fourth quarter. Teams are urging their offense and defense along respectively on both benches here on our side of the field. Some confusion here. Now we're going to get a timeout. That's could be costly there, as the Rebels look to be a man short. And that's the type of stuff, again, you can't take those types of penalties.
absolutely.
Or excuse me, those types of timeouts. They just can come back and bite you that timeout may be very valuable as we get into the latter parts of this fourth quarter.
Yep, you bet. And then, in fairness to the players, sometimes they're getting a helmet fixed, or they got a shoelace that's untied, and there's a changeover, and they just don't hear that who's supposed to be out there, or just communication that the coaches come and say to them, okay, you're in for so and so on this next series. But I agree. I think you lose a timeout here, it might be something that down the end of this, it could cost the Rebels.
Especially after a change of possession. There should be no reason for that to happen. But
absolutely, yes.
So that is what drives some coaches nuts when they're a guy short, and especially in that case when it's one of the big boys up front.
Yeah, it drove me nuts when I was coaching.
And there's nothing worse than taking that run on the field when you know it's you that's not out there where you're supposed to be.
Every eyeball in the place is crawling all over you.
I think the Rebel player there could feel Coach Beatty's eyes blazing into the back of him. Early movement there, offside, probably against the Huskers, number 7, as he looked to try and jump that one. James Moore, I think this will be a 5-yard penalty against the Huskers, and if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're saying.
Well, we'll see if somebody jumped, but seemed from where we are, it looked like a Husker jumping.
Yeah, offside. Offside against the Rebels.
The receiver. Wow. Rebels just got to collect themselves. They got plenty of game left. 10:42 left in the fourth quarter. Just get back to what you were doing. And if I'm the Rebels, again, I'm going back to where the bread was buttered in the first half.
You bet. Yeah, they had a nice little passing game going, and
haven't seen much of Brock Scomia either running the ball in the second half, but lots of time, so the Rebels can pretty much do as they please as the sun comes out here at Starlight Stadium. Delaney Robinson and Kieran Passant to the Henkel's right. That's where he's looking. Now he's trying to find one of those guys. Now he's buried. Big defensive play as he just ran out of time, and he is sacked on the play, and that'll bring up second and probably 20 after the penalty and the loss of yards there.
Number
Big
52, T-Von Albert, was just pushing, and finally took him down.
You could see Henkel was looking to the right where Delaney Robinson and Kieran Passant were, and double clutched a couple times, and the clock in his head just ran out of time. Big play for the Huskers. Now you're thinking probably field position here if you're the Rebels, or if you can hit something deep across the middle or to one of your playmakers. But even if you can get yourself some positive yards here, play some defense and get the ball back.
Well, I'm looking at number 8, that's for sure.
Henkel looks back. We'll see if he's looking that way too. Pressure again. Now he's flushed to his right.
Yeah, I think we had a
Holding
hold.
call there. Ball is caught by 21. Huskers will be able to decline this one. There's 2 flags on the play. Not sure if they were both for the holding variety or if something may have else been seen, but I would assume, I know one of them is going to be a hold against the Rebels, and maybe the other one will be the same, and the Huskers can decline it and get their offense back on the field.
Yes.
Well, Coach Reese is signaling to take it back.
I mean, that's not a bad decision because, if it's second down again, but it's going to be second down and a whole bunch, so.
I think the other thing thinking too is if it's second and a whole bunch and the Rebels are forced into a position where they have to take a safety, now all of a sudden the field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good because they'd be down by 4 points.
Yeah.
So that might be what's going through Coach Reese's head here with 9.5 minutes left is he might see an opportunity here to push the Rebels back closer to their own end zone. So they're going to be going back. It's going to be second and eternity.
Yeah, look at second down. It'll be both second,
So you wonder,
second and 35, somewhere in there.
You wonder if that's the theory as we're going to be under 9.5 minutes when this play is blown in. That's the theory of get this to a 4-point game and then a field goal is irrelevant for the Rebels to get. Big play here. I think Rebels again looking for positive yards to give themselves the space to punt the ball. Quick set, quick throw. So that's not going to get them much, but brought down the play. Still got them probably 7 or 8 yards, I would say.
Yeah, and it gets you in a position where now you can punt the football.
You can punt the ball. You can punt the ball now. You can pick up 7 or 8 yards. That'll make it where your punter's not standing in his own end zone. Rebels should get very good field position out of this, though. Reese White on the return here will come out, and unless Delaney Robinson, which we haven't seen all day, booms one, I would think the Rebels, I'm surprised the Huskers defender standing as far back as he is.
I agree. I think I might have 2 guys back just to be on the safe side here.
Timeout now, Huskers. They might think they have, just want to get some instructions in. I thought they might have too many men, but they take a timeout. Again, that might prove costly too. I don't think they have too many men. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. No, they were good. So
yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, they want to make sure. I guess they're looking at this as an important part for them. They get good field position.
I think that's why they called the timeout, thinking they were a man too many. But now they're just taking a minute to reset and make sure they have what they want to accomplish here. Again, I'm surprised that the Husker returner is as deep as he is. Reese White, very deep, standing on his own 45-yard line here. And I don't know about you, but I can't see him cranking one that far.
No, that's not at this point of the season so far. We haven't seen that.
But that's where he's standing. Huskers are spreading out their attack here. See if they come after this. Delaney Robinson kicks the ball here. Comes down at about the 55-yard line. Right, Reese White makes a spin, gets a play. Probably going to be an illegal block or hold here on the Huskers, but they should be scrimmaging somewhere around midfield or maybe just across on their own side of the 55.
Yeah, unfortunate, another illegal block penalty on a kicking game. But the Huskers are going to have the football on about their own 54 or 53-yard line. On a short field, basically.
So that is where they will scrimmage. We are correct on that one. Good game here at Starlight Stadium. 8:24 left, fourth quarter. Valley Huskers leading the Westshore Rebels 19-17. Back and forth game, but good game. It's been an exciting game thus far, and I think we're in for a good finish, Paul.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that this is obviously a drive that the Huskers, if they can put this together, eat up the clock and come away with the points, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Rebels.
Hansen fakes the hands off, gets the ball on the outside to the big man again. You see where they're going low. Dangerous looking tackle there, but the Husker receiver looks to be okay on the play. That was number 81, Matteo Tuiotti. Again, just slips under the defense and makes good catch and some positive yards into Rebel territory.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many he's got today, but he's got to be approaching double digits. big down here for the Huskers. It's you don't want to turn the ball back over to the Rebels.
Second, and we'll call it short 5. Scrimmaging on the 50-yard line for the Rebels. Jansen's in the shotgun. O'Connor's beside him. Now he comes up to block. We'll see if he slips out. Stays in the block, looks to his right, throws to his right. Nice catch there. That'll be enough for a first down. Really nice catch on the play. We'll get a number for you. I think it's number 17.
Yep, 17.
Really nice catch. As you can see, Caleb Kratz just stuck his arms out, jabbed at it, caught it, and got enough for the first down and moved the sticks for the Huskers, and that'll be a big first down.
And it was a good pass by Jansen. It was just a authoritative pass. Put some zip on it. You can see on the replay here, yeah, the tail end of the replay, but no, it was a good play. It was an important play because it gives them a first down, the clock in their favor here.
Fans trying to get behind the Rebels defense. Huskers driving, looking to extend their 2-point lead. 6:42 and counting in the fourth quarter. Huskers leading 19-17. Jansen in the shotgun. Hands the ball up, straight up the middle to O'Connor. Rebels defense converges. Probably about a gain of about 4 on the play, 3 to 4. Positive yards again, and keeping O'Connor in the game and moving, getting some positive yards on offense.
Yeah, just an efficient play. He's run that today a ton of times, and every time he's picked up close to 5 yards. Very efficient play. Clock
continuing to tick. Well, that'll become an enemy to the Rebels soon if they can't get their offense back on the field, but big play here for 2nd and 6, we'll call it, on the Rebel 40-yard line. 6 minutes left on the button here at Starlight Stadium. Huskers leading by 2. Both defense and offense trying to get into this game. Cheering blitz coming here. Jansen picks up. He's going to take a shot in the direction of number 15. A lot of hand checking there. Oh, what a catch.
Great catch.
What a catch by number 15 for the Huskers, David Corando. A lot of good call by non-call by the referees, because you could see both the offensive guy and the defensive player for the Rebels kind of doing a little hand checking there, but Corando was able to come down with it. That's a massive play on for the Huskers.
It sure is. Puts the ball on the 10-yard line, but Jansen just put a lot of air under this, as you can see in the replay. And it's just, let's go both up and see if we can get it. And number 6 for the Rebels, Christian Gould, just jumped a little bit too early.
Good throw by Jansen. He's just letting his receivers go make a play. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left, fourth quarter. Big play. Blitz looks to be coming. O'Connor right up the middle. Good stick there by, I think it's number 30. I want to see where it is here. 34, I want to say. Can't see, but the Rebels made a good defensive play. As we couldn't get a number on that one. Looks like 24 or 34 made a good tackle.
34, I believe it was.
34, Austin Morgan.
Morgan.
Big play here. Again, if the Huskers could score here, that'll make it a 2-possession game.
So they're saying this is 2nd and goal then, I guess, eh?
2nd and goal here. Sticks are down in the end zone. Big play, 4:27 left, fourth quarter. Jansen's in shotgun, looking around. Blitz looks to be coming again. Drops back, looks to his left. He's going to get sacked on the play. He's got to eat that one. Sack on the play. Are they going to call him down or incomplete?
I was saying 3rd down.
Either way, it's going to be 3rd down for the Huskers. Rebels defense stiffens at the end there. We'll hold it to a Huskers field goal opportunity. Big play there as the Jansen just ran out of time.
Yeah, and he was looking for the pass into the end zone, but that was well covered. All the Rebels had the guys covered on all the deep routes, and he just ran out of time. You can see in the replay as he had to move away from his protection as well and get caught from behind. When number 40, that was Ben Bierek on the sack, the tackle.
Big kick here for Homan, looking to make it extend the lead. Oh, blitz! It's up and it's good. There is a flag on the play. We'll watch. This could be in the neighborhood of offside against the Rebels.
Yeah, it was number 10, Garen Hardesty, who came across again. Almost he did block it, but
went through the uprights. So I assume the Huskers will decline this.
Yeah, he was offside, I think. I'm sure Ben was offside.
I'm assuming it's going to be an offside against the Rebels, which the Huskers will likely decline, take the 3 points, as it was blocked, but you can see it did go across the field goal. Unless they're not going to say it's a penalty against hitting the kicker.
No, I think it was
based
just
on
offside.
where the flag was thrown. I'm assuming it's going to just be an offside. So if you're the Huskers, you probably take the points here.
Yeah, offside declined.
Field goal is good. So the field goal will be good. That'll make the score of the Valley Huskers. Now it's a 5-point game. Valley Huskers leading the Huskers 22-17. as we have just about 4 minutes and 4 seconds left, fourth quarter. Good news for the Rebels, they keep it a one-possession game. Bad news is now they need to get a major ball.
Yeah, and they've been struggling this fourth quarter, and they've had some penalties. Hankel's been sacked a couple times. They've struggled and all credit to the Huskers defense. The Huskers defense came in here and knew exactly what the Rebels' game plan was, basically. But you gotta stop them. The game is 60 minutes long, and you just can't give up.
Henkel drops back, starts the drive with a good strike on the far side, right in front of the stands to Delaney Robinson. Pick-up of about 12 on the play. That'll move the sticks for the Rebels as we're under 4 minutes left here. Good start to this Rebel drive here as Henkel can connect with Delaney Robinson for 12 yards and a first down.
Yeah, it was a good pass. And
good timing on that.
Yeah, and he stepped into the pass, and the only guy who could catch it was Robinson. So it's 1st and 10. Clock's rolling.
3:42 and counting here at Starlight Stadium. Henkel looking to bring his team down the field for last drive score. Drops back, looks to his left, throws to his left. Incomplete on the play, in and out of the hands. I think that's one the Rebels would like to have back there as Roy Uth just was looking before he had the ball and falls to the turf with 3:33 left, bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Rebels.
This could be 3-down territory, obviously, for the Rebels here.
Rebels down to 1 timeout. Huskers are at the same, so we'll see if those timeouts that both teams burned will come back to bite them. 3:28 left. Fans are really loud here. Blitz is coming for the Huskers. Henkel drops back, knowing he needs 10, sets his feet. He's going to try and run for it. He gets past the first level. Now he's into Husker territory. Down he goes. Huge run as Henkel goes for about 16 and a first down. As that is a big, big play by Colby Henkel's legs, moving the sticks.
Again,
and then we see a flag right at the end of it, and I think that is, I just shake my head at that.
I didn't see that.
Number 13 right at the end of the play. The Husker player said something, and just you can see the displeasure in Coach Beattie with that one.
Maybe we'll see it here on the replay, but Henkel, he's a big man, and he moves like a big man, but it's deceptive because he's much quicker than he looks.
Costly penalty. 3-minute warning here at Starlight. Right on 3 minutes, but that's a big 15-yard penalty.
Oh, it's huge.
And you can see, I mean, there's no excuse for it. Coach Beatty's not happy, and he's only unhappy at his own player.
Yeah, it's one of those things that a player sometimes has a brain cramp, but it comes back to who are you playing for? Are you playing for in this incident of the Rebels, or are you playing for yourself?
Yeah.
Do you have to go to your way to seek revenge?
Henkel drops back now on his own side of midfield, looks to throw again, scrambling out, flushed out to his left, throws to his left. It's going to be caught. What a heck of a catch. Are they calling it a catch?
Yeah,
no.
They're calling it incomplete.
Incomplete. I thought Passant made a hell of a catch on the far side of the field, but that was incomplete. As you can see, he's working his way back to Henkel. Henkel made a good play, was flushed out to his left, and Passant came back to help his quarterback, but just couldn't quite corral that catch. It's a great effort there, though, to try and get a big play. But yeah, I agree with you. Football's, I mean, it's a 60-minute game, and you've got all kinds of time in a game if you want to take a license plate number and go back at somebody in a legal way, and it's just when you take it upon yourself to take a penalty like that, it only hurts your team.
Absolutely, and then those are the things that drive coaches as well as your teammates crazy.
Henkel drops back, big play here, throws it underneath. Good, well covered on the play.
Very nice play by number 30. Number 30, that was Andy Ofoshahenli, yes.
Good play. Again, we apologize if the pronunciations are not correct. Big play there. That'll bring up about 3rd and 7. Clock is at about 2:38. Now we'll be coming in as the clock starts. Whistle's blown. Big play here for the Rebels. And again, I think you have to go in the direction of we've got Delaney Robinson and Kieran Passant on to Henkel's left. on the short side of the field. I'd be heading in that direction.
Absolutely.
Looks to his right. Now he's going to throw across the middle. Incomplete. Oh,
he
my.
caught it.
Oh,
First
wow.
down. Wow.
Oh, wow. Number 16 for the Rebels on that one. Michael Oliva had it, went into the Huskers' hands, and then ended up back in his. That will move the sticks. And, folks, I hope we get a replay on this one because that was a heck of a play.
Radar Chris move.
Just like they draw it up, right, Paul?
Yeah, it's just right out of number 5's hands. He had his hands on it.
And
right,
it almost
deflected
off number 5 for the Huskers.
Yes.
Right back into the hands of the receiver, Chris Mashenza. Obviously not intending to do that. He's trying to make a play, but unfortunately the ball bounced off of him into the Rebel receiver hands.
A little horseshoe on that one.
Just like they drew it up. So clock is ticking. Huskers still leading 22-17. We got just about 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Henkel in the shotgun in Husker territory. Drops back, looks to his left. Now he's looking to his right. Throws. He's got him. Oh, off the hands of number 18. He had it. He just left his feet a little early. Roy Oath. Look at it. We'll see on the replay if he was able to time his jump a little faster or a little slower, he would have come down with that ball.
Yeah, it was a nice pass. Henkel had a lot of time to read the defense, and again, just a little bit too high and too hot.
And Henkel had to throw it a little high to get it over that Husker defenders. He had a couple of receivers on 2 different levels. So now another big play, 2nd and 10, Rebels. Timeout on the play, I think. Referees are coming in to discuss. Not sure what the stoppage is, but we'll see what the officials, might be a clock issue. We've got 1:56 left on the clock, but they're looking in that direction. Now resetting that thing.
Second.
I added a second, so I guess every second counts in a 5-point game in the 4th quarter. Gives everybody a chance to breathe, though, Paul, including the announcers.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10, big play here. Rebels on the Huskers 45-yard line. Colby Henkel looks back, has some time to throw. Ew, he slipped. Looking for Kieran Persani. Ball was behind him, and he was slipping on the play. Otherwise, he was in good shape to potentially come up with a big catch. Now it'll be 3rd down as Rebels have to go back to the gambling well again.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for number 8. He's had a very good ball game today, and
just lost his footing on that one. Or he was going to, if he could have stayed on his feet, he would have caught that and maybe walked into the end zone.
Yeah, his little pass was touched
behind him. Yeah. Big play here. 1:53 left. Crowd getting into it here at Starlight. 3rd and 10 Rebels on the Husker 45-yard line. Henkel's got in the shotgun. Looking to his left.
There you go, running back over the
back.
back.
Lots of time, double clutches once. Down the field. Oh, big catch again. Henkel. I don't know how he didn't even step into that pass. Now he looks to be shaken up on the play. No, he's back to his feet. You'll see on the replay, he couldn't even step into that pass. He just kind of lobbed it up there. And number 16, Michael Oliva, came down with a great catch and just went up and took the ball away from the Husker defender.
Well, again, he had lots of time to throw.
Double
clutch.
clutches.
Just held on to the ball a long time. And
you can see here, it doesn't show on the camera, but he couldn't even step into that throw as he had a Husker defender right in his face.
Oliva jumped up, got that one.
Big play on 3rd down. Keeps the drive alive.
Another 3rd down miracle.
1:40 left, 4th quarter. Huskers, ball's knocked down there. The Rebels are driving, 1:34 left, trailing by 5 points.
James Moore got up in front of that one.
That's a couple big 3rd down conversions for the Rebels. Exciting game.
The fans on the edge of their seats for sure. Rebels keep everybody cheering.
1:34 left. Referees, trainer coming out here for the Huskers. Looks like one of the big men need a bit of a break. Looks to be okay as he's on one knee, so he's now up to up and coming off on his own steam. It's good to see.
97, Daniel Kabongo.
Good to see him coming off on his own steam, own power.
He's had a good game today.
He looked good.
He stuffed up the middle. Minute 34 to go here. 2nd down and 10. Rebels have to score a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely 3-down territory here. Big play here. Henkel's going to be in the shotgun. Delaney Robinson, Kieran Passant to his left, looking across the middle. Now he's going to throw across the middle, incomplete, in and out of the hands of number 16, Michael Oliva. Not sure if that was behind him from our angle or not. We'll see on the replay, but I think Oliva might have thinks he should have come down with that one.
Yeah, there was a couple defenders right there as well, and I think he might have been distracted, but another third down. The last 2 third downs the Rebels have gone for. They've come up with some interesting plays to get the first down, maintain possession of the football.
1:30 left here, fourth quarter. Blitz looks to be coming. Clock is rolling. Henkel's got all kinds of time to throw. Now he's in a lot of trouble. Heaves one up. It's incomplete. Henkel goes to the ground. Ball goes to the ground. Incomplete. Huskers will take over on downs with 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. 22-17. Henkel had some time, and then all of a sudden it just evaporated as he couldn't find anybody.
Yeah, he was scanning the field, and the Huskers had the guys covered pretty good, and they also had a pretty good rush, and they forced him here. Once you hold the ball a long time, the offensive linemen just have their clock in their head is also going, so they're saying, okay, I'm done. I've done my part, and because you don't know if the ball's gone or not.
Huskers take over on downs, leading by 5. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Rebels have one timeout, as do the Huskers. I would expect to see a lot of Mr. O'Connor here, especially on first down. Get the Rebels to use their timeout. Jansen in the shotgun. Hands the ball off to the right side to O'Connor, straight up the middle now. Gets probably a couple on the play. We'll see if Coach Beattie wants to use his timeout. He does, as we thought, so as scripted. It'll be about a 2nd and 8, I would say. He probably got about 2, or did he get any on first?
Yeah, it looked like he got maybe 2.5 yards. Cordell Holder on the tackle. He ran into the meat of the Rebels defense because the Rebels know they're going to run the football. You could be in a position here where
I think you run the ball here.
I do too.
I think if you're the Huskers, you run the ball, take some time off the clock. Even if you don't get the first down, you've got Holman kicking the ball. He's kicked the ball well all day, and put it in the hands of your defense for the last 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, and the Rebels have to come up with they've been hopefully working on their punt block, and that's what's going to be on the field, because if Holman has to punt, the Rebels have to come after it.
Time is the enemy of the Rebels now.
Minute 16.
1:16 left, so we'll see how aggressive the Huskers want to be on offense if they decide to throw the ball and try and get a first down. No, they hand the ball off right up the middle. Good call, I believe, on that one. That'll set up a third down. The punt team will come up, but for the Huskers, the good news is the clock is now working in their favor. The Rebels will probably get this back with 40 seconds or so with no timeouts, I would assume, after the kick when they're return.
Holman's going to come through with a big kick here. You got two returners back for the Rebels.
Rox Comia and Delaney Robinson.
Maybe they got a game on, maybe a reverse or something.
Or a throwback or something. We'll see.
That's the first time today that there's been 2 return guys. They could be setting up the trick return.
Clock is ticking now. Trying to get the snap right. Or you take the delay of game penalty. That's the other thing you could do here. Take the 5-yard penalty. Huskers actually run it right down, use their timeout. Confusion there as it'll be a timeout for the Huskers.
Yeah, they thought, Rebels called timeout. But
no, smart play there to take the time right down. Now they will kick it back, so there's 42 seconds, so they'll probably get the ball. Originally I thought with about 40, so they'll probably get it back with about 30 seconds left, depending on how long the return is. Exciting home opener here at Starlight.
It certainly is. It really is.
It's been back and forth, and I think we're seeing these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. And it's after 60 minutes, I think it's you see a lot of similarities with a lot of these players, and I think they're 2 good football teams.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of talk before the game that the Rebels were glad that Huskers were their opening opponent, based on the record the Huskers have when they play over here. The Huskers are a good football team. It's not last year. It was 2 years ago. So
Holman does get away as he kicks
nice
this
one.
as fast as he can. Comia was the only guy back. He does pick it up at his own 30. Comes to our in front of our booth, stops, trying to get a block or two. Not going to get much as the Huskers are closing in. All he's doing is wasting time.
I got a legal block as well.
Illegal block. Now you're down to 25 seconds left. And, you know,
penalty on the far side as well. That could be offside. Rebels try to get the edge, try to block the punt.
And you think to yourself, like, you can't dance around in that situation. Clearly, Comia was going to not be able to get through and make a big play, and all it was doing was burning time.
Yes. I thought for sure he was going to step out of bounds at one point as he got close to the Huskers bench, but then he cut back in and
cut back out there. And so they Huskers after, we'll see what these flags are. I see one on the far side of the field. There's definitely a procedure against the face mask. There's a procedure against or an illegal ineligible or not enough on the line, it looks like, by the Huskers.
Yeah,
I see a face mask.
Oh, I thought I saw did he say butt tackle or something by the...
So this may result in 10 back, I would think.
Yeah. It was hopefully with the official, he'll give the final signal by announcing it, so we'll be able to see it.
We know it's going to be Rebel ball. We know there's 25 and a half seconds left. That part we know. We know it's 22-17. Huskers clinging to a 5-point lead.
Yeah, the repunt here.
So now they're coming for a block, and they did end up coming with everybody on the last punt as they went to only one guy return. So they weren't far off blocking that last punt. So maybe Coach Beatty's thinking now with 25 seconds left, his best chance to get field position and the ball back is to block a kick. They still have one returner back, but they're going to come.
It was not enough men on the line of scrimmage, legal procedure against the Huskers.
And I think I saw a face mask.
And it was a butt tackle because he did the fist in the hand against the Rebels.
So it was 3rd and 5, so we'll see.
So it should end up being like 3rd and 9.
Unless it was offsetting 10-yard penalties. But they're going to give the explanation to both coaches.
I always thought.
Unfortunately, they won't give it to both announcers here today.
Yeah, that's true. I always thought the unnecessary roughness penalty overrides, like a procedure and offside.
Because they're not moving. Like, it was 3rd and 5 before, because after the 2 runs, it set up the 3rd and 5. So they haven't moved the sticks. So how it's offsetting penalties. Okay, now it looks like the offense is coming on the field. This is confusion here, folks.
Yeah, I think for the officials to be on their side, this is game 2 for them. So then they have been off from officiating since, as the players have for that year and a bit.
At least the announcers are still in mid-season form.
Absolutely.
At least we're in mid-season form, so that's one positive for the folks at home listening on bcfctv.com and watching us. But now it looks like the Rebels are going to come up with their offense on the field. Scrimmage looks like somewhere around their 30-yard line.
Well, I would suspect that the 15-yard penalty now is being walked off against the Rebels. So I'm not sure how they got it to the point where you move it back to say punting. So
this is going back to the 20.
Legal procedure, that was declined. Unnecessary roughness against the Rebels. Okay. No, it makes sense as it goes right now. I was just kind of confused when they moved the ball back to say that the Huskers are going to punt again.
Both teams set now. Apologize for the delay, but it will be 1st and 10 Rebels on their own 20-yard line. 25 and a half seconds left, probably 3 plays for the Rebels if they're fast. Zips it out in the direction of Delaney Robinson, incomplete on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10, 22.2 seconds left. So probably 2 plays, depending on what kind of plays we're running. So you got to think they got to take a shot or do something creative here on offense.
Oh, absolutely. You got to get
even that a 15-yard out isn't going to do them a whole lot of good there.
I know it's cliche, but maybe if you've got some sort of play that that you've been working on but you haven't perfected yet, maybe this is the time to take a look at it. You know, a reverse or a halfback pass or
Got to think they need to get somewhere up around midfield, if not past, to give Henkel a Hail Mary shot. 22.2 seconds left. Empty backfield now as he drops back, sets his feet. Flags are on the play. Short pass complete. Number 8, Kieran Passant, a gain of about 14 on the play. Flag is on the play. I don't think they had enough on the line of scrimmage.
No offside on receivers.
That's a big flag again, taking away not only time, which is the Rebels' worst enemy, but also a 14-yard gain.
Well, so the standings
Huskers come into this game at 1-1. The Rebels 0-1 on the season. So,
and I think were they not ranked number 9 this week?
I think they
across the CJFL.
17 and a half seconds left now. 2nd and 15, we'll call it. Clock is stopped, but we'll start on the snap. Henkel drops back, needs a big chunk here. Lots of time to throw. Another holding penalty call here, and Rebels are going backwards. Now that will be a holding call, likely declined by the Huskers. And they're in good shape, I think, unless a miracle happens. They're going to come in here, Paul, and it looks like can come into Starlight and get a victory.
Interesting, because I think at the end of the day, you know, that everybody believes in yourselves as a team, and I think
Yep. Clock is ticking here. 5 seconds left. Likely the final play of the game, barring a penalty. Snaps. Need a whole lot of help here. Throws it over the middle. Caught. Rebels trying to get some. Broke away. Broke a few tackles, but Huskers get him to the ground. That will do it. It'll be a final. The Valley Huskers come into Starlight Stadium and upset the Westshore Rebels. Upset to some. Obviously not the team in green and white today. And full marks to Coach Reese and the Huskers players. They deserve this game. They played well. They battled adversity, and they come away with the 2 points. Once again, thank you for joining us on BCFC TV. We will be back in action. It looks like the Huskers are just going to celebrate here. Rebels, I think they're positives. If you're Coach Beattie, I think there's some positive things to take away. But at the end of the day, they're sitting now 0-2. Once again, on behalf of Paul Short, I'm Tyler McLaren. Thank you for tuning in to BCFCTV.com. We look forward to tomorrow's actions. For those of you that are interested, the Langley Rams 1-0 will be hosting the Okanagan Sun 2-0. 6 p.m. tomorrow at McLeod Athletic Park. The Kamloops Broncos will be traveling down to Chilliwack for a neutral site game against the Vancouver Island Raiders. The Broncos will come in 0-1 on the season, and the Vancouver Island Raiders will also be 0-1. So both teams will be looking for their first win of the season. Tune in tomorrow once again from Starlight Casino. The final score, the Valley Huskers 22, the Westshore Rebels 17. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.